You're calling out, dude. Maybe AD was talking about my guy, Michael Malone, dunking on the purple and gold every chance he got. We know it pissed LaFib off, and maybe that's whom AD is referring to right here. But AD, how can you blame my guy? All of the media, and especially a certain media company does, is swoon over your team and has since the very second Braun walked through that door. And even when the Nuggets gave you them hands, all they wanted to do was talk about Braun and the Lakers. You know, Braun's fake retirement being a perfect example of that. The Nuggets were getting no attention, no credit. Of course, Michael Malone was dunking on you and hanging from the rim. Understandably. But whatever. Agree to disagree. I love the fact that you were not done trying to set the tone as the new face of the franchise. Not only that, it's one thing to go there, but look where else he went. He also announced to the world he's got a brand new goal. That goal being to play all 82 games for the Lakers this season. All 82 games, according to Brad Turner of the LA Times, the guy known as Street Clothes, said he wants to be available for his teammates every single night. Again, love to see it. Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Even if there's no way in hell I believe that. I can see it happening. I mean, AD, you can't be mad at anybody for laughing at that one, dude. Even harder than your warning shot to Denver. I mean, my man, you have missed 104 games combined over the past 3 years, but you're going to play every game next year. Charles Barkley glossed you street clothes because you're always in street clothes, but you're going to play every game next year. Dude, and when you do play, how many times do you come off the floor because you got dinged? I'm just saying. I mean, credit for the new attitude. Credit for the energy so far. One day in, new year, new you. Oh, and haters. Don't confuse delusional AD with LaFibbin. There's a difference between being delusional and being fibbin. I mean, I honestly can't believe the words that are coming out of this guy's mouth, even if they are utterly absurd. Like, I like it. I like where he's going. I like who he's trying to be. I like that LaFib dropped that crown on his head, and it seems to fit pretty well. Like, he's trying to be that guy. Because that was the big argument all along. Could he be the face of the franchise? Could he be a guy the Lakers can count on? Is he reliable enough? I'm not going to ask if he's tough enough, but I will ask, is he durable enough? The guy misses a lot of time. Can you trust a guy who misses that much time to be the face of the franchise? Well, the first thing LaFib did at Media Day was show up and say, this is the new face of the franchise. And then AD's like, yeah, I'm good with that. I'll take that gig. I got this. In fact, I got something for a lot of you. Here's something. I'm going to play in every game this year. What the hell you are, dude? What the hell you are, dude? Why would anybody believe that? You've missed over 100 games collectively in the last 3 years. You're not playing in every game this year. Come on.
Laugh out loud.
At Bill Deemer. Rome, can you hear me, Rome? Did you kill the rat family? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes. I created it, and then I killed it. Yes, I did. I'm the exterminator that came with that can of pesticide, and I killed that family. Armin's back for more. Hey, Street Clothes. Can you hear me, Street Clothes? Did you kill King James? No, King James just knows. I'm at a certain point in my life and career and age where I need to take a step to the side, and this is the guy. Tim in Houston wants in on the way out the door. A hero is more than a sandwich. Signed Ryan in Ventura. Hey, Ryan, you may not have meant to, but you just created yourself a brand. You're now that guy, Ryan.
Hey, Rome wasn't built
Maybe they'll
today,
forget
right?
about you, Ryan, but probably not, knowing them. Huge call brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts for a new Superstar battery. They can test your old battery for free, and if it needs to be replaced, they will help find the right battery for your vehicle. Get the power, performance, and reliability of Superstar exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Now we're done. My thanks to Dion Dawkins, tackle for the Bills, Dan Wetzel, Yahoo Sports national columnist, the XR4TI. See you clones tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening. We're out. A little frosty time with Wendy's. New pumpkin spice frosty makes any fall activity fallier. We'll prove it. Lost in a corn maze? A pumpkin spice frosty can tide you over until your family finds you. Football team in overtime? Add a pumpkin spice frosty for something to stress spoon. Decorating for fall? Sprinkle in a little pumpkin spice frosty time for extra vibes. No matter how you fall, make it even fallier with Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla frosty is temporarily unavailable.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The time to save on new furniture is now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's incredible end-of-summer sell-off. Save on our huge selection of furniture for every room. Hundreds of items in stock, ready for immediate delivery. And if that's not enough, get 6 months special financing. Improve your sleep on a great new mattress with 48 months special financing. This is a great time to buy new furniture during the end-of-summer sell-off going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The 2023 Delcor Teed Off at Cancer Golf Tournament to support Riley's Army is coming up on Thursday, October 5th at Greenville Country Club. Riley's Army has a mission to support children with cancer and their families during the difficult path of cancer treatment and raise pediatric cancer awareness. Join Delcor and get Teed Off at Cancer by being a sponsor, playing in the tournament on October 5th, or making a donation today at delcorinc.com/charity. That's delcorinc.com/charity, or call 321-8868.
The Sidebar is the place to be this football season in downtown Greenville. Get your team together for dinner on the patio or inside starting at 5:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Or take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest foods around for lunch Thursday through Saturday from 11:30 to 2:30. And on Sundays, enjoy a delicious fall brunch from 11 to 2. Make your reservation today by calling 751-0151. Follow The Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville for more details. Go Pirates!
We started off with Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
That really changed the perception of what an American beer could be. I don't think that guidepost has ever changed. To create a beer for everyone.
Craft for everybody.
We make it easy, right? We pick up any of our beers and they're going to be great. They're going to be delicious.
Beer's original mission was to open the door for people and have everyone have a good time. That's what we're doing today at Sam Adams. We're craft for everybody, and we're really proud of that mission of delivering beers that can bring as many people together as we possibly can.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494. For East Coast Grading and Utilities. Utilities.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, I'm Christy Conway.
And I'm Tracy Ayers. We are the co-owners of E&C Pirate Realty.
We have set out to change the real estate experience in Eastern North Carolina.
Whether buying, selling, or renting, our trained family of professionals are here to find you the right place to live.
Stop by our Greenville office or visit encpiraterealty.com online today.
And like our motto says, we close the deal.
Or someone walks the plank.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
East Carolina girls are the best in the world.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
You got to give me a sack, Chandler. Give me a sack.
Sack!
Yes.
How about those friggin' pirates? It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Puedes pintar este violeta.
Y'all are intimidating guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Clip Rock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And we'd love for you to be a part of our show. Hang out with the chat gang on YouTube and Facebook Live. We'll read your comments and get to whatever is on your mind on this Tuesday. No ECU football this weekend. We got a bye week, so we'll look around some other college football and talk about that with Mack McCarthy here in hour number 1. Coming up hour 2, we'll get Mully's MLB playoff picks. Game about to begin right now between the Rays and the Rangers. And 3 more games coming up on this Wild Card Tuesday. So we'll talk some MLB playoffs, some football with the Mully Man in hour 2. And Bryce Williams was not happy with what he saw on Saturday night. We'll talk some Pirate football with the former ECU tight end. And ask Bryce how he can fix this thing. What do we need to focus on during this bye week if you're East Carolina? We'll get to all that in hour 3. We got a giveaway. We got a lot going on this Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here, and Coach Mack is in the house. Mack McCarthy. Coach Mack, good to see you. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, guys. I have been looking forward to this. We had a lot of good games, and some that went the way we thought, and some that surprised us as each and every week. But a lot of stuff going on in college football, which is fun.
And Coach Mack, I appreciate when you come in because you always have that chipper attitude.
I'm ready.
And you asked me how I was doing. I said, I'm all right.
I
was down.
You were subdued.
But that you've got me kind of back up, high-spirited, ready to go here on a Tuesday. Shirley's having a good day because a Secret Santa, Shirley told me the story. So, Shirley, earlier today when you and Ellerby were here, there was a knock at the back door.
Uh-huh.
And then Ellerby went to the back door.
Yes, because I was in here doing production.
And what did he find?
He found a bag that was hanging on the doorknob, and inside said bag was a Miami Dolphins hat, which I am now sporting.
Now, Jamie, I believe it was Jamie said a couple weeks ago, you know what would be funny? Because people like to gift me hats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What if somebody gifted Clip a Miami Dolphins hat? Because the joke is when the Dolphins are winning and playing great, I call them our Miami Dolphins. They're really Shirley's Dolphins, but I kind of nudged my way into the Dolphins bandwagon because they're so fun to watch and so good. This week they lost, so they are just Shirley's Dolphins. I don't have any claim on them right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the hat was delivered, and I knew from the style of hat that was a hat for you. And if anybody actually gave me a Dolphins hat, I would gift that to you. obviously.
Yeah, but if it was
Unless it
fitted
was
for
my
your
size.
head, I would not be able to wear it.
So I would take it right
Sorry,
back.
your head's bigger than mine.
But this was a gift for you, and we did find out who that Secret Santa was. It was Steve Hill. And I should have put 2 and 2 together because he texted me earlier today and said, lids, buy one, get one. So there's a deal going on, and I guess he took advantage of that and got Shirley Rhodes an awesome Dolphins hat.
Well, I was not aware of that, but still, thank you, Steve Hill, for getting me this hat. But I was wondering who it was that dropped it off, number one. And number two, when Clip came in, I showed it to him, and I said, okay. I said, now, is this for me or is this for you? I was like, going back to the joke about, getting a Dolphins hat for Clip. And I was like, obviously this hat is not meant for Clip because of the style of hat.
It's yours. All yours.
He prefers fitted hats. I like adjustable.
Do you think it was the one that was bought or the free one?
I don't even care.
Great question,
Hey,
Coach
look,
Mack.
I consider this, my birthday's next Friday, so I consider this an early birthday present. So I'm going to take it for what it is, whether you paid for it or you got the BOGO. I don't care.
Or you stole it. It's fine. We'll
It's
take
fine.
stolen goods
I don't care.
as well.
Make a note, Pirate Nation. Next
I
Friday.
know nothing.
Birthday next Friday.
So she snuck
Write
that in.
down.
That
Yeah,
was smart.
snuck that in there,
Smart. Looks good, Shirley. Good
Well, I
looking
mean,
hat.
we had to celebrate Chandler's birthday. We had to make a big deal out of that, so we might as well do something next
Why
week.
you got to throw Chandler under the bus?
I was just messing with
boy.
him.
I tell you
He was
what.
like, what did I do? I'm just over here.
While we're talking positivity and keeping let's keep the positives up and say that last week on our top 10 and top 25 teams to lose, everybody, the triangle of college footballdom went 3-0, went 6-0, I should say, went 2-0 each.
That was impressive.
2-0, 2-0,
That's
2-0.
hard.
Hard to do, folks. So fantastic stuff from the gang here. And I kind of just want to start there because we're hot. I want to go ahead and make the picks right now before we even look back. Y'all ready? Have y'all looked at it?
Oh, yeah.
I know you have. I'm saying, look at this guy. There is smoke coming from his fingers on his phone right now, looking up the schedule. There is pure tea smoke.
Well, he's had a long trip. I heard he was at Rice.
That's right.
I was at the stadium.
All right. For reference, that was before the show when Coach Mack. What was your question to him?
Well, we knew he was at the game.
Of course, yes.
And then I asked him where he watched
You said I was in Houston, and I said yes.
And
then you asked. You said,
"Where did you watch the game from?"
And I said,
and he said the stadium.
It's the stadium.
Which was,
asked and answered.
Which was really either smart aleck as hell or not so bright.
I didn't think
I'll
of the
take more
question.
B.
B is the correct answer.
The actual answer, though, you watched it from multiple places, right?
Yeah, the field. Went and sat with my dad for a little bit, and then the press box.
Where did Clark watch it solo? Or did he find some Pirate fans? to hang
No,
out
we
with?
actually saw a guy that actually knew Troy D. I don't know if you guys know that guy, but there was a guy that we met Friday night.
In public, they admitted this, or
he admitted in public that he went to school with Troy Dreyfus.
Oh, he went to school with him. He didn't say he was friends or anything.
I think he said he was friends.
Well, he was kind of forced to be in the same area if you went to school together, so he didn't really choose.
But I told the guy, I said, my dad still doesn't have a ticket. He said, well, I had 3 people that were supposed to come and they bailed on me. He said, I got your dad a ticket. So my dad sat with that guy. His name was Kevin.
And he met Vontae Leach.
Met Vontae Leach.
Very cool.
Yeah. So my dad had a really good time and was able to sit with some Pirate fans on Saturday.
All right, Coach Mack, I said there's one pretty easy answer for a top 10 team you could pick to lose this week. You notified me that there's actually 2, and the spreads are, now that I look at it, the exact same. So you're right. There are 2 obvious ones you could go with, but I'm not going obvious, and I'm probably just taking a loss here. But I didn't want to go the easy route. I think Texas beats Oklahoma, and I didn't even factor in Notre Dame Louisville, to be honest with you, so I'll let you talk about that one. I'm going to go with a top 10 team that is not going to lose, but I'm going to pick them to lose. I just want to see if Maryland is kind of halfway for real.
Wow.
And
Coach Loxley.
Can they hang around with Ohio State?
Well, they've got impressive wins over Towson, Charlotte, and Virginia. They're trending in the right direction.
I see what you're doing here. Give me Ohio State to lose outright to Maryland and the younger Tagovailoa to put up a ton of points and yards this week. 13 touchdowns to 3 interceptions so far this season for the brother of Tua. Smoky Fingers, who's your top 10 team to lose? Have you pulled up the schedule yet? You've been over there for 5 minutes. Surely, do you have this? Oh, I said surely, not Shirley. Surely, you've been able to see the schedule at this point.
My top 10 to lose is, oh boy, how about this? I've got Oklahoma beating Texas.
He's surprising himself.
In the red,
he hasn't even been listening to the show.
That's fine. That's fine. He's been searching. I understand.
That's who Clip took.
You're not a big multitasker.
What was I supposed to do there?
No, you pick your upset. You're taking Oklahoma to beat Texas.
Yes, in the Red River rivalry.
Don't say shootout.
I know. Rivalry.
We're saving lives. All right. You've got Texas to lose.
Yes.
Coach Mack, your top 10 team to lose.
I really want so bad to take Florida State losing to Virginia Tech as a 4-touchdown favorite. Ride the momentum of Virginia Tech finally winning a Power 5 game.
The Hokies have found their way. Stick with them, Coach.
They have. I'll give you one. I'll take Florida State.
All right, here we go. Chandler,
ultimate homer pick.
Well, by the way, so I'm 5-5. Mack's 5-5. Chandler's 4-6. We're almost inviting Chandler to join us and pick up a game on us with our predictions there.
The Ole Miss pick last week was huge.
That was huge, I will say, and you did something very smart there. A lot of people, when a team burns them, they throw them to the wayside. Ole Miss, you had Ole Miss against Bama. Didn't work out. What'd you do? You went right back to the well, took them again.
They played Bama well in Tuscaloosa, so I was like,
they scored like 10 points.
They did, but I mean, it was a final of 24-10. I think there was a late touchdown there, but I mean, I liked Ole Miss last week to get the win. They were able to do that against Brian Kelly, and their hopes of making the playoffs are shot, as Clip Brock had them in the Final Four.
Wow, and there's a nice shot at me.
I had to just turn it on you, sorry.
Well, at least Clemson's doing good, right? Ugh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right.
Remember, I hate Clemson.
My top 25 team to lose, I'm going to just take the easy way out here since I went tough with the other one. I'm going to take Kentucky to lose to Georgia. Although the way Georgia's been playing, I don't know. They have been a little shaky, but I think they get it done at home against Kentucky. Chandler, who's your top 25 team to lose?
I was about to go easy here and go Notre Dame to beat Louisville, but I'm going to say that Wyoming.
That's not easy at all.
I will say this. Louisville looked bad against NC State.
They did. They're still unbeaten.
Yeah. So was Maryland.
And they're at home.
Maryland's not.
Notre Dame is 6.5-point favorite in that game. But I'm going to go Wyoming beating your Fresno State Bulldogs.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
I'm going Wyoming at home. Fresno State in that game is a 6-point favorite. That game on Fox at 8 o'clock.
How about that? A little spotlight, Coach. Fox, 8 o'clock. Fresno State at Wyoming.
That's impressive. Yeah, good game. Impressive. And for the AAC, Fresno needs to lose.
For the AA. Oh, right. Because, and I guess, well, I don't know. Marshall's not in that category. But they're undefeated. They're at NC State. I think if they could run the table, they could be potentially up there as well.
I think whoever wins the American could be there, but you don't need Fresno to be ranked and stay ranked. So Fresno needs to get beat.
All right. You know who their quarterback is? Mikey Keene. What was he, UCF?
That name sounds very familiar. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
All right, Mikey Keene. I'm a big Fresno State guy. I didn't know he was their quarterback till now. So you are taking Fresno State. Coach Mack.
I'm going to go with you and go to Kentucky, although it wouldn't shock me if Kentucky won the way Georgia's playing. But, last week, Chandler, I was telling Clip beforehand, let me give you these stats. One quarterback for one team goes 25 for 30 for 250 yards. The other team's quarterback goes 9 for 20 for 69 yards. Who wins the game?
Chandler, while you think about that, Coach Matt, can you give your mic a rotation just like that? Perfect.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man, you sound good now.
I would go with the quarterback that threw for 250 yards.
You idiot.
Not only did he lose, but he lost 33-14 in the Florida-Kentucky game.
Yeah, Coach Mack got me with this one earlier.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So,
I had a feeling that the quarterback with the lowest yardage was the answer. But, if you're looking at it on paper, you're going, man, they got a good win there.
And while we're talking about, both of those are transfer quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the quarterback we were talking about with Fresno, quarterback, right? Transfer quarterback. In the top 25, how many transfer quarterbacks are there?
I'm going to
go like 14.
I'm going to say, so top 25, Chandler went more than half. I'm going to go more than half, too. I'm going to go 16.
17 of the 25. There are only 8 homegrown. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Alabama, Miami, and Duke. They're the only homegrown quarterbacks in the top 25.
Yeah.
So if you want to be in the top 25, you better go get you a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what we have learned. I mean, we could go through the college football playoff over the years. And it's like 3 out of 4 just about every year, it seems like. At least 2.
That's pretty amazing.
Yep. The age of college football, where we're at right now. Checking with the chat gang. Steve says, smash them likes, folks. Appreciate that. Jamie says, when is the appropriate time to start talking basketball with Coach Mack? Season is close. Sure. I mean, I'm down anytime. I love college hoops, but we're smack dab in the middle of some big college football.
Can't be before November because too much going on with football.
Yeah, you just got too much going on right now. But, yeah, about a month from now, break it out. I'm excited. Tyler says, the way I see it, Coach Mack's prediction, still alive and well.
100%.
I don't know about well.
No,
but it is
well.
alive. Alive and not well.
That's valid.
So Mack said 0-3 start, and you go 8-1 the rest of the way, 8-4 play for the conference championship. You're behind the 8 ball a little bit, losing to Rice. We needed that W.
Yeah, I didn't predict that. I needed that one to be right, and then a bye week gets me right another week. But, yeah, I'm just hanging by a thread right now. I thought the offense would be in sync by now.
Yeah. Instead, we're
New Kids on the Block.
I was going to say 98 Degrees. I was thinking of another boy band.
That's messed up, dude.
Yeah, that's a bad insult for sitting beside Shirley.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are not in sync. I don't know what we are, but it's in sync is not the option. Let's see. What else is going on? A lot of nonsense in the chat, but we love you guys. You got a question, college football related or college hoops? I mean, you can get it in with Mac McCarthy here on a Tuesday. All right, let's take a break. We'll regroup. We'll talk about what happened last week. We will look at what is coming up ahead. And Coach, I kind of want to go through the contenders right now and look at schedules the rest of the way. And one of the reasons I want to do this is because this Oklahoma-Texas game is huge. I was thinking more from a Texas standpoint, but really for both teams, because the Big 12 is not very strong, and the winner of this game is going to be undefeated. If it's Texas, top 3. If it's Oklahoma, maybe top 7-ish, and they could potentially cruise the rest of the way.
And meet again.
So we meet again. So I want to talk about that, what lies ahead this college football season. We'll do that and a lot more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
Where is there live music every night? Where is the place to watch football with the biggest TV in Greenville? Where is there live bands every Friday and Saturday night with the best bartenders and drinks in town? Located at Bell's Fork, we're open every day until 2 a.m. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. And we will see you at the Buck. Go Pirates!
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
With US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth? She's not gonna like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Get 1, 2, or 3 lines for $19.99 per line right now at Atlantic Wireless, your US Cellular authorized agent in Bellhaven, Snow Hill, and 3 locations in Greenville.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at 5th Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, 5th Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit 5thstreethardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
Get ready for tailgate season at Shimmer Boutique. Locally owned and operated, Shimmer has the best selection of game day apparel and accessories for ladies. And gentlemen, Shimmer has a newly restocked wide selection of t-shirts with brands like Local Boy, Old South, Southern Fried Cotton, and the newest edition, Pimp Shrimp. Shimmer has everything you need this fall. They carry the largest selections of Yetis and Hey Dudes and more. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique with locations in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville. Go Pirates!
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Looking for a hometown service in a hometown atmosphere? Look no further than G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington. Randy and Carolyn Walker will work with you to make your home renovations come to life. At G.W. Walker & Sons, we offer a wide selection of flooring for your home, office, church, or school, along with expert installation. Stop by G.W. Walker & Sons at 203 West Main Street in downtown Washington, and let's start making those dreams come true. G.W. Walker & Sons, serving Eastern North Carolina since 1946. Go Pirates!
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's get back into PRL, the year's clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Bye week for East Carolina. We got 2 Saturdays off in a row here at Pirate Radio. I'm pumped about that. Also pumped for a Thursday nighter. And I guess Mike Houston on his show last night said that they would be breaking out some new black uniforms for that game against SMU. Why did you do that? Because why did you just roll your eyes and shake your head?
It's just what went on Twitter last night.
Okay, good. Because I hope we don't have people, and I know we do, that listen to this program that are going to say, "Oh, we're focusing on uniforms."
No, that's not where I was going with that.
Guys,
calm down.
You can, just because you're unveiling new uniforms does not mean that's what the team is focused on. They're practicing. They're trying to get better. You can do more than one thing at once. So for everybody out there that say
people are crazy,
we're spending too much time on uniforms. No, we're spending time on trying to get better, and it's not happening right now, and it's not looking good. But that is not due to focusing on uniforms.
It's like people think that the first thing they thought of when they got back to Greenville was like, all right, uniforms. What are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that?
During the Rice game, Coach Houston's on the sidelines thinking about the uniforms they're going to be breaking out. No, folks. Doesn't work that way. All right.
East Carolina has good uniforms.
Coach, if they
That's not what we're worried about, Coach.
If they had worse uniforms, maybe we'd be better on the field. You ever thought about that?
No.
Good. Because you shouldn't think that way. Exactly. You're right. We have good uniforms. I like what Coach Schwartz has done with the basketball unis.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Lakers, but apparently he's a California,
Double
LA
block.
Lakers guy, and it looks Lakers-ish. So we might as well.
Lakers uniforms now are classic.
Exactly.
So you do anything like the Lakers. First championship ring I designed was copied after the Lakers NBA ring.
There you go.
What ring was that?
SEC championship game ring at Auburn.
Nice.
And we copied the Lakers, just not because I was a Laker fan, although I have gotten to know Jerry West pretty well back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Huge flex.
I know. A lot of flexing going on by Mack McCarthy.
That was just part of the conversation.
I know Jerry really well.
Jerry. I call him Jerry.
What's up, Jerry Bear?
JW.
J-Dub, my man. Newton says, if you look good, you feel good, according to Coach Ruff. Well, they'll look good and they'll feel good. Will they play good? I don't know.
We should beat off.
Thank you, Coach Ruff. I figured we had that from somewhere. Got to beat that off week. Adam says, if we continue to struggle this year, what are your thoughts on changes being made after the season is over? Coaching changes, DK, or bringing in a quarterback from the portal? If we're almost last in offensive statistics the entire year, yes, I think you need to look at all those things and do all those things.
You know, we've talked about quarterback play and the backup quarterback being the most popular guy on campus in a lot of situations, but there's so much that goes into that. The offensive line, do you have receivers? Do you have any running game? The quarterback play itself, play calling. There's no real simple answer in any situation. Virginia Tech, we'll give an idea here. They've been awful on offense. Started a kid named Grant Wells, who was a great quarterback at Marshall.
We saw him when we played Marshall.
Really, really good, and came to Virginia Tech, was average last year, was even worse than that to start the season this year. And then they changed quarterbacks, but they've been struggling like crazy offensively. And then last week, for some reason, and there are rumors that one of the analysts may have contributed to the improvement, but they do have an analyst who was the running game coordinator or the offensive coordinator at Army, and all of a sudden we looked like Southern Cal going up and down the floor, up and down the field, and did that have something to do with it? But because they ran a bunch of plays I had never seen before, but you don't know what it is. Is it the offensive line? The quarterback doesn't have time. You can't run the football. The wide receivers aren't getting open. It's awfully easy to place the blame on the quarterback.
Well, I'll say this, hosting the fifth quarter and doing this show and seeing what people have to say, it is all across the board. I would say the majority of complaints go to Donnie Kirkpatrick and the offensive coordinator. But I was thinking about this. If you had the best play caller in the country at East Carolina right now, what would our record be? Or I thought about doing this poll. Like, if you had, what would you take right now, Pirate fans, to turn this around? The best quarterback in the country, the best receiver in the country, the best offensive lineman, the best head coach, the best play caller? Because I don't know. I feel like it is all across the board. We have issues everywhere at ECU.
Yeah, and again, if you can't blame the quarterback, then blame the offensive coordinator. And again, that's just too simple of an answer to be the whole answer. I've seen Donnie Kirkpatrick's team score a bunch of points in a bunch of different situations, whether it was Chattanooga or JMU or even here at East Carolina. Yeah. Did he get dumb all of a sudden? That's probably not likely. And the quarterback situation is the same thing. You see these guys guys in practice, and there are some people that play well in practice and can't play well in the games. That's in every sport. But I would beg the fans to consider that there are lots of factors with an offense that is not scoring points.
Yeah, and again, I feel like we've seen blame pointed at a lot of different areas. But you're right, the biggest two are going to be quarterback, OC. And what quarterback do you go to right now if you're East Carolina? We were already on the backup.
And we talked about transfer quarterbacks. How about this? How about Brennan Armstrong? Was all ACC quarterback 3 years ago now. Struggled last year, transfers to NC State, gets back with his offensive coordinator that he had at Virginia, and he's just been awful. He has just been terrible.
He has now been benched. They announced this week
for the Morris kid who was torched my Virginia Tech Hokies a couple years ago when he came off the bench and somebody got hurt, and he looked like an All-American that night. But same thing with Djokovic at Pittsburgh. He was really good at Boston College 3 years ago. Struggled a little bit last year on a bad team. Reunites with his offensive coordinator Signetti at Pitt in his hometown. You think that's got to be a home run, and he has been worse than terrible. He just hasn't been very good at all. And again, those guys didn't forget how to play. It's not their ability. It's just a combination of factors. And as the head coach, you've got to figure that out.
And some, I feel like, have gone the opposite direction where, like Penix, I know he had a great year. Was it the COVID year when Indiana was good?
COVID year, then he got hurt.
So, and then he was not the same the following year, right?
Right.
So when he went to Washington, I don't know how much fanfare there really was for him going there, and now he's tearing it up.
Yeah, could be playing as well as anybody this side of Southern Cal.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Hartman, he's had two kind of showcase games, and the offense hasn't really done much, but he did will him to a victory the other night. I would say he kind of is what he is. He's still a really good quarterback.
Yeah, well, we went over that before. 17 quarterbacks in the top 25 are transfer quarterbacks, so it's clearly working out in a lot of cases, but it's also no guarantee.
Yeah, no, that is interesting to see those guys in particular you brought up that have just, for whatever reason, got worse throughout their college career. I mean, maybe these guys have been around 4, 5, 6 years now, so they wore out their welcome or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Normally, that experience pays off, but again, it just isn't as simple as the quarterback himself.
Quick thoughts on last week, Coach. What did you think of Colorado putting up some points on USC? Is that just again go to show you what this USC team is?
Gosh, you want to think better of Lincoln Riley in terms of making decisions about the whole program, that clearly they're going to be able to win any game they play because he's just an absolute genius. But how do you explain the defense not getting any better? And Colorado has some skills, but they didn't look like they had a lot of skills last week against Oregon. Right. So that doesn't bode well for USC. I know we're going to talk about the Pac-12 and their schedule down the stretch, but impressive. And then Georgia doesn't look good at all against an Auburn team that has struggled to score. They play well enough to win in the end, but there's no way, if you didn't know they were the defending champions, that you would vote Georgia number one in the country right now. Texas-Kansas wasn't as good a game as we thought it might be because Jalen Daniels wasn't available to quarterback Kansas. And then Duke Notre Dame lived up to the hype. Neither quarterback, like you said, really did much of a showcase from the offensive perspective, but a great game, a great atmosphere. I've never seen Duke like that. Every time I've seen a good crowd at Duke, it's been Clemson fans or NC State fans or Virginia Tech fans.
Did they play Alabama one year and Bama fans took over?
Yeah,
I want to say.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure. But Mississippi State, Alabama looks like they have gotten through a rough patch, and now they look like a contender. And I know we're going to talk about playoff contenders. There, and Oregon State, our pick for the upset in the top 10 was solid with DJU having a decent night, but really Oregon State's defense was unreal. And
is he another example of a guy playing better than he did at his previous time?
100%.
Oh, was that your final thought? Another question from last week, Coach. Thoughts on Georgia sleepwalking through the first half of games? We've seen it a couple times now.
Yeah, and they did it a couple times a year ago, but when they played really well and looked dominant. They haven't looked dominant for a game yet this year. They've looked dominant for a quarter, maybe a half, but they haven't looked like they dominated at all. And I don't know if it's Carson Beck in the offense, because the defense seems to be pretty darn stout as always. Although they did let Auburn score a few points, which they haven't been able to score against anybody else. But
they had 88 passing yards. Auburn did in that game.
Yeah, and of course we figured out that wasn't a key stat from Kentucky having having 69 yards and still boat racing Florida. Florida earned all this equity up, but when they stomped Tennessee, and now they've lost all of it and probably given back more than they had to start with. So a lot of crazy times in the SEC. And the SEC West, Mississippi has a chance to win the SEC West of all things. After we talked about last week, they didn't have any really quality wins other than Indiana during a COVID year, but Texas A&M is alive, and Alabama's certainly alive. LSU, they could lose this week against Missouri. Who would have thought Missouri would be unbeaten at this point in time?
Georgia did find out what to do in the second half of that game, and that is feed Brock Bowers. He finished with 8 for 157 and a touchdown. Most of that was in the second half.
I know he's not going to be there, but how is he not in New York for the Heisman? I understand how he won't win it, but it's really hard to explain why he can't. He is certainly the most valuable player on right now the number one team in the country.
Good point. Very good point. Let's see. Anything else from last week? Kind of touched on Ole Miss there and their win. As we move ahead, Coach, this is so Texas, Oklahoma. And I was looking at it the whole time from a Texas standpoint, that if they win this game, Texas the rest of the way has Houston, BYU, K-State, TCU, Iowa State, Texas Tech. Surely they could be tripped up, but they're going to be double-digit favorites in most of those games, right? For
probably everybody but Kansas State.
Yeah, and that one is at home, so they're going to be hefty favorites. But even Oklahoma, who I know you are not high on going into this year.
No, I wasn't.
And have you changed your stance at all? Have they beat anybody? They beat Iowa State, Cincinnati, Tulsa, SMU, Arkansas State.
No, but what they are doing is they're playing defense. I think they're the number 5 scoring defense in the country, which is something that they were just not good at all last year, which was a huge surprise given Brent Venables' resume. And Dylan Gabriel might be the most under-the-radar valuable player in the country. Nobody's talking about him. When you start talking about quarterbacks, you can list 15, 20 guys before you get to Dylan Gabriel, but he's been really impressive. Another transfer from UCF.
Exactly. So Oklahoma, which by the way, they will play UCF next week.
I wonder how many transfers from UCF are starting, because you got Fresno,
Keene,
you've got Oklahoma. The kid at UMass is a UCF guy. It seems like there's another one somewhere, maybe even in the Power 5. I don't know, but
who is it, folks? Let us know. Yeah, that's impressive. Now Oklahoma's rest of the way looks a little more difficult. I don't know. So after this one, they got UCF at Kansas, at Oklahoma State, which Gundy's boys ain't much.
They're not playing good, but that's still Bedlam.
West Virginia,
who's playing really well.
Did they win last week?
Yeah. Blocked 2 field goals in the last couple minutes to win. They're like 5-1.
At BYU and TCU. So it looks a little more difficult than Texas maybe, but either way, winner of this game, but you did bring it up earlier, could meet again in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, very likely we'll meet again, but Oklahoma does have a tougher road to hoe than Texas, in my opinion.
Georgia gets by Kentucky this week, Coach, and they have left
nobody. At Tennessee is the only game that they could even be.
Ole Miss at home?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe toward the end.
But that's it. Yeah, Ole Miss and Tennessee is what they
have the best schedule of everybody in the country to go undefeated.
I am fascinated to see what happens in the Pac-12.
Oh, gosh.
Because if you're the Pac-12, which is not going to exist, it looks like, moving forward.
We don't know. We don't know.
You're worried right now that these teams give each other a loss or multiple losses, and nobody's left standing at the end. But like Washington, Oregon, you throw in Oregon State, I guess. Throw in Washington State. Throw in USC.
Throw in UCLA. Throw in Utah.
Exactly.
They can all win.
It's crazy.
They can all win.
Yeah.
Utah gets Cam Rising back, and they play defense better than anybody in that league. Washington's good on both sides of the ball. Oregon's good on both sides of the ball. USC can outscore anybody on a given night. UCLA, the freshman, if he doesn't throw an interception at Utah, who knows? They may have won that game. And Washington State and Oregon State can beat all those teams on a given night. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great year, a great final year for the Pac-12.
And it is. What a way to go out. Adam says, don't write off Alabama.
Oh, no, he's right. He's right. They're in pretty good shape. They get LSU at home.
So their loss is to Texas, right? And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Now they've got A&M this week, I believe.
A&M.
And I'll see what they got the rest of the way.
I think it's next week, maybe.
No. Let's see. Am I on the right week, Coach? That would be.
No, it is this week. It is this week. They're only a 4.5 point favorite too.
Interesting.
And A&M with a backup quarterback, Max Johnson, another transfer from LSU.
They've got Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, all at home coming up. At Kentucky versus Chattanooga, game to watch.
Oh, you got to watch the mocks. They're ranked.
And at Auburn to end the year. So, kind of a down Bama year, but their one loss is to Texas right now, and they control their fate.
And they'll go into the SEC championship.
Now, SEC is still East versus West, correct?
This year, one more team. Right. This is last year.
And the East Georgia. So, it'll be Georgia taking on one of those teams from the West. What I'm saying from all this, I don't know, other than some teams have it a little easier than others when it comes to the rest of the way. And but a big one between Texas and Oklahoma, especially if Texas wins, that could, because what do you do with the undefeated Texas that loses in the Big 12 championship? We saw that last year with TCU, and they were able to get a spot in that playoff despite losing in that game. Correct?
Kansas State won the championship.
Yeah, and TCU went.
And Ohio State, of course, had a loss and didn't play in the championship game and still made the playoffs.
Big Ten was who?
Michigan and Ohio State.
But who was in the championship?
I don't know. It's
who cares?
Usually Wisconsin, but who knows?
Michigan versus who cares? Right. So, yeah, we saw it last year where a team...
It wasn't Wisconsin because they fired their coach, right?
Yeah. So,
Purdue. That's who it was.
Ooh, not this year. Not for the Boilers this year. All right. So, as we sit here right now, Coach...
Okay.
Take one team out of the Pac-12 that it makes the playoff. Who's your favorite Pac-12 team?
Well, my favorite Pac-12 team is USC because of Lincoln. But my favorite team right now, based on how they're playing, gosh, it's between Washington and Oregon. They play pretty quickly here.
You like Washington early on.
Really
Stick with them. Ride with them.
I'm going. Michael Penix, lefty. A lefty quarterback.
Like to see it. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. More with Mack when we return. Also, we got a pinch hitter. Mike Mullis unable to join us today. So we're going to call for our pinch hitter, Mark Brown from CamdenChat.com. We're going to preview the MLB playoffs and get his take on the O's when we return. Or that'll be in the 4 o'clock hour when we return. More with Mack after this.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join the DriveHereNow.com network. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
And then it was 2 seagulls.
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you. Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint, and no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CertaPro. CertaPro.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey Pirate Nation, I'm head men's basketball coach Mike Schwartz.
And I'm Kim McNeil, head coach of your defending American Athletic Conference champion women's basketball team.
Basketball season is just around the corner and we're looking forward to another exciting season on the hardwood.
We need Pirate Nation to Pat Minji's Coliseum by purchasing your season tickets today.
Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or visit ECUPirates.com to get yours now.
Thanks and go Pirates.
Blue cheese 42! Blue cheese 42! Hot garlic! Hot garlic! Loaded waffle fries! Loaded waffle fries! Set! Wings over!
Delay of order on the offense.
Don't hesitate to make your order. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the all-new Fire Buffalo. And be sure to try the cheesy chicken loaded nachos. So don't delay, order today. Wings Over, they deliver.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life, and that's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. Their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We, the collective we, college football fandom we, need Notre Dame to get by Louisville. Because if we do, next Saturday, Coach, not this coming Saturday, but the next one, we'll have Oregon-Washington, 3:30 ABC. And then 7:30 on NBC, USC at Notre Dame. And those are headliners. Those are college football playoff. I don't know about eliminator matches, but just huge games that we would have. If Notre Dame loses this week, it'll lose a little luster there. But but still great matchups.
Yeah, a couple thoughts on that. Louisville, who I've been big on all year, mainly because of their schedule. They don't play Florida State or Clemson. Of course, they can lose to Notre Dame and still play in the ACC championship game because that's not a conference game. So that's one thing. And your other game, USC.
Oregon and Washington is next week.
Yeah, I knew that was coming up soon. And then, there's some games this week that are kind of under the radar. We talked off the air, I guess, about Fresno and Wyoming. Mississippi at Arkansas, which is always seems to be a problem game for whoever's good. Syracuse at UNC is an interesting game. Syracuse got off to a great start last year and then lost a game and didn't win, barely, made bowl eligibility. And they lost to Clemson last week, but that was a focused Clemson team. That was pretty impressive with Clemson. But that could be a tough game for Carolina and Washington State, who we mentioned as a possibility out there in the West, playing UCLA this week, and I think UCLA is still pretty dangerous, even though they lost the game at Utah. So we'll see about all that. How that shakes out. One other point about a game I was going to make. And
while you think about that,
lost my train of thought. Sorry,
I jotted down a couple just non-top 25 games. Marshall at NC State. I don't know. I've been kind of on Marshall. Can they run the table, have a special season? Yeah. This is a big opportunity for them to go about doing that. And then UCF at Kansas. What's the Kansas quarterback situation? Do you know? Do they get their guy back?
I didn't know he wasn't going to be available.
Well, so did he play the first half?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, he didn't leave the locker room at halftime. I saw that.
Yeah.
And
of course, the Bean kid played a lot last year because Daniels was hurt then. And you got Jaden Daniels at LSU and Jalen Daniels at Kansas. It's hard to keep up with all these guys. But
everybody's named Jalen.
There you go. There you go. I think I've seen that somewhere before.
But UCF at Kansas, keeping an eye on that just because I guess I have a soft spot for the Jayhawks as well this year.
Yeah, and UCF, blew a huge lead last week to Baylor.
I thought they had won all Saturday until I saw highlights that night. They were up huge against Baylor and lost the game. So that means Cincy, Houston, and UCF still winless in Big 12 play, I believe.
So
across the board,
BYU has the win at Cincinnati.
Yes.
Is that the only win so far
for new teams?
For new teams, and that's among new teams. So nobody has beaten the regular.
Oh, good point. Yeah, the leftover, the holdovers. Mack McCarthy here joining us. Mack, we can circle back to college football. I do want to ask you before you get out of here, what happened with your guy Harvick on Sunday? Did he get arrested? Did he go to jail? Is he in trouble? What happened?
It was really exciting, obviously, regardless of whether you were a Harvick fan or not. But being a Harvick fan to lose by 12 1,000ths of a second at Talladega, came right down literally to the wire. And then he got disqualified for some windshield mounts not being on the car. And of course, that was not a competition thing, a competitive advantage. It was actually a safety problem, and the NASCAR group comes down hard on anything to do with safety as they should, because that could have been a disaster in some kind of crash, and those are always possible. But very exciting race. Blaney is really good at restrictor plate racing, and Penske is really good at restrictor plate racing, and it came down to two really good cars, two really good drivers, and Blaney ended up winning. I guess I'm kind of glad now that Harvick didn't win, because it would have just been devastating to get disqualified after winning. He's only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chances left to win.
So how do you feel about is this the Roval this week at Charlotte?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Deciding,
it's a gimmick. I'm not for any gimmicks. They've already done away with the Roval at Indianapolis for next year. Thank goodness. Not that the racing on the oval was all that scintillating at Indy, but it was a whole lot better than the Roval situation. And of course, good news for North Carolina race fans, the state of North Carolina race fans, in that North Wilkes-Barre is going to be the all-star site again, and they're going to get the repave there. And the state has invested heavily, along with some the folks that own the track, Bruton Smith, or not Bruton anymore, his son, and then And big news also, they're going to go to Iowa. The Cup Series going to Iowa. That was kind of designed. Rusty Wallace had a lot to do with that design. He copied it after the Richmond track, and his goal was eventually to get a regular Cup race at Iowa, and all they've had is the trucks and Xfinity, and finally they're on the regular Cup schedule, which I think is great because I think it's going to produce great racing out there in the middle of nowhere.
Matt McCarthy joining us. Is this another cutoff week, Coach, this week? Okay, because then after that, you've got Vegas, Miami, Martinsville, and then the final race at Phoenix.
I'll be at Martinsville at least for sure, and trying to catch my guy winning one more track. He's not great at the Oval. He's really good at Vegas, really good at Martinsville. What's the other race you said?
Homestead.
Not Homestead. Really?
Miami.
Okay.
October 22nd.
Good at Miami. Won the championship at Miami, and of course he's the all-time winner.
And he's Mr. Phoenix, right?
He's the all-time winner at Phoenix. Yeah.
Even I know that.
There you. Good job.
As a novice. All right. By the way, somebody asked, when is it too early to talk basketball? It's never too early, because coming up tomorrow on the show, Cy Seymour will join us.
Cy, Mr. Positive,
and he'll have you feeling good about everything.
Cy, anytime you're feeling bad, just call Cy.
Absolutely. And he's a fellow Commanders fan, so he'll tell me how Washington played hard and took the Eagles to the brink the other day, and cheer me up about that.
How did they lose, by the way?
What do you mean?
Was it like some controversial thing?
No, they tied it late on the last play of the game.
Did Sam Howell play well?
Sam Howell did play well. Through 4 picks the previous week, played a lot better last week. The question was, if there's any controversy, it was you tie it up. You score a touchdown, you're down 1, no time left on the road. You got momentum. Do you go for 2 or do you kick it to go to OT? Rivera chose to kick, go to OT. They lose in OT.
Yeah, there were a couple college games where the coaches were lamenting the fact that a player got loose and scored a touchdown rather than just take a knee and let the clock keep running and that kind of thing. And of course, one of the games, trying to see here which one it was last week. The Notre Dame game. Where at the end, if you were a bettor, you were really upset because if you kick the extra point, you win the bet. If you go for 2, you've got to make it to win the bet, and you lose if you don't make it. So there were a lot of people that were nervous with that last, extra point.
It happened Sunday night in the Chiefs game. Mahomes slid at the 1, where if he goes in, the Chiefs win the bet. Instead, he slid, run the clock out. They win the game. In the Washington-Philly game, I was cheering for an Eagles touchdown because instead of just running the clock out, kicking a field goal, they threw a bomb to A.J. Brown. He caught it, giving Washington another possession. So it's kind of interesting what coaches decide to do in those situations, because I even saw Eagles fans like, what are we doing? Why score a touchdown? They were upset they scored because it gives the other team the ball back.
The analytics, and I don't know who this was on Saturday, but it was obviously a college game. They went and got sideline shots of each team, and there's a guy with a notebook, a thick notebook, standing in the vicinity of every head coach with that book about when to go for 2, when to go for it on 4th down, and all that.
What do you think this is, Coach? Mike Houston just won't call me. I've got all of it right here.
I thought that was maybe your book for how to run the radio show.
I need to read it more thoroughly, I guess. Coach Mack, our time is up. Enjoyed it.
No way.
Yeah.
All right.
Time flies when you're having fun talking football. We will talk to you next week, sir.
I'll be here.
All right. Mack McCarthy joining us hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. All right. We're going to the bullpen. Mully unavailable. So late add Mark Brown. We're going to talk some MLB playoffs. Right now, the Rangers have a 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning over the Rays as they play game 1 of the series. And we're going to have a Randy Arozarena double at least. And it will be a double, a 1-out double. So man on second for the Rays as they trail 1-0. You've got Blue Jays and Twins coming up in the next hour. So we'll keep you up to date on that on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
When we return, Mark Brown on the Halloween Express live line. Halloween Express. What are you going to be? Get to Greenville's premier Halloween superstore, Halloween Express. Get shopping today right next to Target. We'll go out to that live line presented by Halloween Express right after this.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink this ECU football season. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. And if you like brunch, listen to this. Christie's has brunch every day, Tuesday through Sunday. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. Go Pirates!
It's hard to forget how hot it gets around here in the summer. Remember, the hotter it is outside, the harder your AC has to work to keep it cool inside. And the more energy it uses to keep you cool, the higher your utility bill will be. Your neighbors at GUC have tips to help you reduce your energy use, such as using fans to cool you down inside and cooking outside when you can in the summer. For more tips, go to GUC.com and look for ways to save.
Hey, Pirate Nation! Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. Dove, ducks, and deer, it's that time of year, and we've got the guns and all the gear. When you're not getting rowdy at Dowdy, enjoy browsing our online store and take your pick from the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Be sure to check out our weekly hot deals, and when you're ready, head to Carolina Caliber. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Hey y'all, this is Lisa with Halloween Express, and the countdown to Halloween has officially started. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary of being Greenville's premier Halloween superstore. Halloween Express has all the Halloween fun from adults to kids. We got you covered with the largest selection of masks, decor, and more. Halloween Express is easy to find right next to Target. Come by Halloween Express today and let our friendly staff help you answer the #1 Halloween question. What are you gonna be? Halloween Express.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when you're working late and happy hour has already started, but you're about to clock out and head over. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Take control of your health today with Arc Point Labs. Looking to lose weight? Have you tried everything possible and nothing is working? Sometimes a hormone imbalance can be the underlying cause to weight issues that dieting and exercise can't fix alone. A simple blood test at Arc Point Labs can provide insight to your weight loss goals. Visit arcpointlabs.com today or call 629-6228 to get an appointment. Arc Point Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit artpointlabs.com.
The time to save on new furniture is now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's incredible end of summer sell-off. Save on our huge selection of furniture for every room. Hundreds of items in stock, ready for immediate delivery. And if that's not enough, get 6 months special financing. Improve your sleep on a great new mattress with 48 months special financing. This is a great time to buy new furniture during the end of summer sell-off going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get yours.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by the KT Pub Group, featuring great local places to eat, like the Sidebar and Christie's Euro Pub. Follow them on social media for the latest specials and more. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year. and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. I've been wanting some cool, unique merch for myself and for Pirate fans. And this is really cool. The Parker Bird Still I Rise t-shirts are available for pre-order now. UBE, pirateware.com. The t-shirt will be available to pre-order until October 15th. You can choose to have it shipped to you or picked up at UBE. Pictures of these tees are available now on Facebook and on Twitter. Just look at the Pirate Radio accounts. And awesome design. It is, you got to see it for yourself. A really cool Still I Rise logo on the front left chest. On the back, bird number 16. Awesome stuff we're doing with Parker Bird. And I need you to go immediately to Facebook and to Twitter. Check out this design and order your t-shirt, because if you want cool, unique ECU, Pirate Radio, Parker Bird gear, you got your chance now.
And as a matter of fact, Parker cut a commercial earlier today, and if you've got about 60 seconds, Clip, I'm going to play it for you.
Oh, okay. Let's go and hear it.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. I've just launched a new t-shirt on pirateware.com that represents many of my dreams. I committed to play baseball for ECU as a 9th grader in high school. I worked hard many days for the thought of seeing my name and number 16 on the back of a Pirates jersey. On July 23rd, 2022, I was in a boating accident that resulted in me losing my right lower leg. After getting out of the hospital, I am still striving to become the first Division I baseball player to play with a prosthetic leg. Still I Rise has become my mantra in the way I approach each and every day and how I approach my comeback. As I watched my teammates last year get the I love you sign to the bullpen as they ran the bases following a home run, I used this gesture on my shirt to show my love to Pirate Nation. Purchase your Still I Rise shirt today at pirateware.com. Go Pirates.
Go check it out. Awesome logo, awesome stuff, and can't wait to rock one of these.
I just had a chance to go take a look at it because I knew the shirt was coming out. I just had not seen the design yet, and I just took a look at it, and that's freaking awesome.
Yep.
I got to get one. I got to get one.
All right. Do we have Mark Brown?
We have Mark.
All right. Let's go out to the Halloween Express live line and talk to Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com. We pinch hitting for Mike Mullis today. And Mark, we appreciate you coming on short notice, and thought you'd be a great guy to have on now to talk about the wild card and these playoffs. How you doing today, Mark?
Cliff, I'm doing pretty good. You know, you and I, we're kind of sitting pretty for a few days.
How's that feel, Mark?
This week. It's nice. It's a nice feeling to. I don't have to sweat this best of three wild card business. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, and I mean it goes to show you can look back at some regular season meetings with the Rays or other teams, and man, it is a huge advantage to be able to wait to the weekend and have the Rays be in these stress-filled games coming up, and the Blue Jays as well. Blue Jays Twins coming up later on. And speaking of stress, Tyler Glasnow has been facing a lot of it here these early innings, trying to get out of another stressful situation. Second and third right now, 2 outs in the top of the fourth, with Texas having a 1-0 lead. And Mark, heading into this series, did you like the Rays to come out of it? And how do you feel right now with the Rays Rangers?
You know, as an Orioles fan, I've felt like it's just been like destiny that there was going to be an Orioles-Rays matchup also in the postseason, because so much of the regular season seemed to turn on a couple of crucial series against the Rays, and the Orioles did well enough in those series that they were able to beat the Rays and win the division. And it just felt like, okay, it's going to happen again, and maybe it won't. I don't know. I mean, the Rays, they've already got 3 errors in this game. It seems like maybe they're misfiring. I don't know. They're only down 1-0. And even if they lose today, they could still win the next 2 days. Maybe. You know, they've had a lot of injuries over the course of this year, including within the last couple of weeks. Their infielder, Brandon Lau, who went to the University of Maryland, so a lot of Orioles fans are familiar with him. I forget what his exact injury was. Broke something in his leg, I think. So he's out for the postseason, and it's just one more. They've had, what was it, like 3 different starting pitchers had to get Tommy John surgery over the course of the season. It's been a lot, and it was certainly impressive that they were able to roll to as many regular season wins as they did with all of that. And I wouldn't feel comfortable seeing that, but the Rangers, they're a very good team also. They did come up short for the AL West on the final day of the season, so that's unfortunate for them. But, I mean, they've got 2 of the better players in the American League there in terms of, like, wins above replacement or whatever, in Corey Seager and Marcus Semien. Not, maybe not like the broad cultural superstar-level names that you might get from, football stars, NFL stars or whatever, but I mean, those are 2 of the best baseball players over multiple years. They got huge contracts, and the Orioles were only 3-3 against the Rangers. So that would be a tough series, I'm sure too. I kind of feel like, and I don't know if you feel the same way about the NL. It's the seeding is unfortunate because the Central Division winner versus Wild Card 3. That feels like the team you'd rather play as the number 1 seed,
right?
The winner of that game, but that's not the way it works out. The Houston Astros, who won the AL West on the last day, get the winner of that series. And then in NL, the Dodgers get the winner of Brewers versus Diamondbacks. And, your Braves are going to get the winner of Marlins Phillies, which I feel like that's a tougher matchup for the Braves as well. Much like I think Rays Rangers, that's a tougher one for the Orioles than Blue Jays Twins winner.
Sure, very similar situation. And Mark, I'm not the only coward. I've talked to a lot of Braves fans that do not want to see the Phillies. So we are all rooting for the Marlins tonight and the next couple of nights. Glass now, by the way, gets out of it, and again, just high stress situation, 2nd and 3rd, gets Semien to pop up. So we go now to the bottom of the 4th with a 1-0 Rangers lead over the Rays. You've got Blue Jays and Twins coming up at 4:30. Once again, AL. We've been waiting for these Blue Jays for years now with all that young talent to make a run in the postseason. And good grief, I don't have to tell Twins fans, they've been waiting a while for postseason success. You got to go back to, I guess, when they beat my Braves in the World Series all those years ago for their last success. So how about that series, game 1 of that coming up in about 20 minutes, Mark?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am interested in the Twins because talking about playoff utility, the Twins have not won a game in the postseason since 2004.
Man.
And they haven't won a series since 2002. And they've been in there, they've been in the playoffs 6 years going back to 2006. And they've gotten swept every time. Now, some of those, I mean, like in 2017, it was a wild card game. They lost 1. They were out. 2020, they were in a wild card series. They lost 2 and they were out. But, getting swept right out of the ALDS in 2006, 2009, 2010, and 2019. So even winning 1, I guess, would feel like a victory for them. And maybe they're finally positioned to do it, although, facing the Blue Jays, Kevin Gausman in Game 1 is tough. But, Twins starting pitcher for Game 1, Pablo Lopez, is a tough matchup for the Blue Jays as well. I believe he was one of the strikeout leaders in Major League Baseball this year, and the Twins pitching staff as a whole, in a reversal of what has been a long-time trend for them, has finally led the league in strikeouts for, I think, nearly the entire 2010s. The Twins were basically like 29th or 30th in terms of their strikeouts for their pitching staff. So they finally assembled a staff that is able to strike out a lot of batters. And I guess we'll see if that ends up helping them have some more success in this wild card series.
A lot of playoff futility talk, Mark, as we continue on, talking to Mark Brown, Halloween Express Live Line. Diamondbacks Brewers, not a lot of recent success for those teams either, facing off at 7 o'clock tonight.
No, and I mean, going into the season, or really for the last offseason, there was a lot of talk of like, are the Brewers going to have to like trade away some of their expensive starting pitchers, which they didn't end up doing. But it didn't really set up for like, okay, this is a budding dynasty. And, they had a respectable enough regular season. In contrast to the Twins, the Brewers at least got over the 90 win mark. They were 92-70. Still, that's not... that's nothing compared to the Braves winning 104 or the Orioles winning 101. That, big difference in the win total there. Didn't have to really play as many strong teams to win their division in the same way that, the Braves or the Orioles did, or even the AL West, Houston and Texas. That was a knockdown, drag-out fight. They were tied in the wins-loss column, and it was only the tiebreaker head-to-head that, and the fact that the tiebreaker rules changed, so there's no more Game 163 that gave Houston the division lead. And I don't know. I just don't feel like the Brewers have been tested in the same way. And the Diamondbacks, 84-78. That's a joke. That's being a playoff team. That's a joke. Doesn't mean they're not going to go from here and win the World Series.
Right.
That's crazy.
And on that note, Mark, I guess the wild card team from the National League you would pick to make it to the World Series would probably be the Phillies for most people. They play the Marlins coming up tonight. And how about on the AL side? Would that be the Rays, the wild card team that could make a run all the way? Would the Rays be your pick on the AL side?
I mean, you know what? The Phillies, we saw them do it last year, right?
Right.
They had their whole. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm sure it inflicted its pain upon you as that juggernaut formed and steamrolled into the World Series and then came up short. Can they do it again? I wouldn't want to bet against them. In the AL, I kind of think the Blue Jays are interesting.
Okay.
They have a really good starting rotation, kind of quietly. It's not like anybody that's got a sub-3 ERA, but they had 5 guys on their team with like a 3.16 to 3.86 ERA. So they're five of their guys, other than the struggles of Alek Manoah, and then he got replaced by Hyun-Jin Ryu. That's a lot of quality starting pitching, not like overwhelmingly good, but you don't want to face that over any short series, and I think that the team did kind of underachieve a bit to be where it was. You had guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., not nearly as good as he has been in recent years. A couple of other hitters who are capable of better than they showed in the regular season. George Springer, who got a big free agent contract from the Blue Jays not terribly long ago. And if those guys turn it on in the postseason, that could potentially be a juggernaut offense in the way that they weren't in the regular season. So I think that's maybe my sleeper pick. I don't know that means they're going to win or beat the Astros or whatever, but I don't know. I'd be nervous. Any team that's facing the Orioles, I'd be nervous. That's just kind of how I'm wired. Especially going back to 2014 when the Orioles made it to the ALCS after rolling through the Tigers in the division series, beating the Cy Young winners 3 straight games to sweep the Tigers, and I was like, all right, this is it. The Orioles are going to be in the World Series for the first time in my life. Nope, they ran into the Royals, got swept 4 games. I feel like still to this day it was just kind of 4 fluky games. If you played that series 9 more times, 10 times total, I think the Orioles would have won 7 or 8 more if you repeated it. But the one that they played, they got swept, and so that's kind of still marked on my psyche as a sports fan, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm not going to say I want to rather face the Rays or the Rangers. Either team, I think the Orioles could beat either team. They could also lose to either the Rays or the Rangers, and we'll see what happens. That's the excitement and terror of being a sports fan, is anything can happen, which sometimes can be good and a lot of times can also be bad.
Mark Brown speaking just like a true O's fan right now, joining us on the Halloween Express live line. Mark, the Braves, I guess this has always gone on. I didn't notice it really or think about it until this year. What do these teams do that are just kind of sitting around waiting for games? Well, the Braves are playing some inter-squad scrimmages, and they put out their lineups today as if they're playing a real game, and with Max Fried on the mound for one of the teams, and they've got a split squad going. How about the O's? And I believe people can go out to the park and see these. Are the O's, I'm sure, doing similar things? Any chances to go out there this week if you're a fan and check them out before the games begin this weekend?
Yeah, they're having a workout that's open to the public, I believe, tomorrow morning. They took yesterday off, and I believe they're doing workouts. I think they did one today. They're doing one tomorrow and also Thursday, although only the Wednesday one is open to the public. And I don't think they're doing any formal inter-squad scrimmages, like putting out lineups in the way that you just said the Braves did, but I believe it was reported they're just going to do kind of like some live BP and players just doing what they need to do to stay sharp, which I get that. It's one of those things you just kind of grapple with, that it's like, oh, are they going to lose their edge or whatever if they're off for 5 days? I don't know. I'm trying not to think about stuff like that. I guess baseball fans generally, that's what happened. What was it? The Rockies in 2008. You had Rocktober, and they swept the NLCS, and then suddenly they were off for several days, and then it was like the magic fizzled when they had to play in the World Series against the Red Sox. I feel like that's everybody's like, oh no, what if they get too many days off and they lose their magic? And I don't know. I don't think that's actually what happens, but I do feel like there's a lot of people out there that kind of wonder about that.
Sounds like Mark just wants to either jump in a time machine or be put into a coma and just wake up and it's game day. You've got a lot of anxiety going this week before you finally get underway.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing. It's going to be a few days of, I'm going to be watching all these Rays-Rangers games, and it's going to be like, I don't want either team to win, right? And at the same time, either team I would want to win. So it's like, really what I'm rooting for is like 15-inning games where they shred their whole pitching staff. And, of course, because in the playoffs, there's no more zombie runner or whatever you prefer to call the extra innings man on second. So it's more possible to have just kind of a lengthy game if you're tied through 9. That's kind of what I'm rooting for. We'll see. I don't always get what I root for, so I'm not having my hopes high for that, but we'll see.
And once again, as we chat, the Rays in trouble. 2 runners on, no outs here in the 5th, and you had a Corey Seager double followed by a walk. So once again, Rays have been able to work around it for the most part, but they are in some trouble here. With, it looks like Garcia up for the Rangers. 1-0 Texas leads it on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck. All right, Mark, any closing thoughts? Last time we'll talk to you before the O's get underway this weekend, and we'll keep in touch throughout the playoffs. But we've kind of got how you're feeling. What are the O's going to do pitching-wise? What's the rotation going to look like for Baltimore this weekend?
So they have not announced it yet. I am kind of taking it for granted that Kyle Bradish is going to be the Game 1 starter. He has really quietly had a great season. He was the first Orioles starting pitcher to throw at least 150 innings and have an ERA under 3, going back to 1992 when Mike Mussina did that. So that's a pretty impressive feat to me. I think number 2 should be Grayson Rodriguez, although his season overall ERA of 4.35 is not great. He was phenomenal in the second half of the season and really looked like a changed pitcher after he came back. I think that should be a 1-2, and I'm hoping that will be a good 1-2 punch if you get the Orioles an early edge in the division series against whoever they play. Beyond that, I'm really not sure how they're going to line up guys between John Means, who has only made 4 starts since coming back from Tommy John surgery, although his couple of them were pretty darn good. And then maybe will they have Dean Kramer or Kyle Gibson as the number 4 guy if that's needed? I'm really not sure how they're going to end up settling that. So, but I do expect Bradish Rodriguez 1-2, although they haven't announced it yet. So we'll probably find out about that on Friday, I think.
And Mark will close it about the Norfolk Tides winning the AAA championship, and our guy Connor Norby, guess what? Hit another home run in that championship, and been in contact with Connor. Hope to get him on the show here soon to talk about his amazing season. But you've seen enough positive signs with this O's organization bringing up all the young talent, but it looks like there's even more waiting in the wings down there in Norfolk.
There's so many. It's amazing. I don't know how they're going to fit all these guys on a big league roster as soon as next year. Connor Norby is one of them. He was really, really good in September as the Tides finished their regular season, I believe, set a franchise record for wins, which I think they won 90 over the course of the regular season, which for minor league seasons that are a little shorter, that's pretty darn good. They got Kobe Mayo down there. He hasn't even debuted yet. Number 1 pick from last year, Jackson Holliday, made his way up to AAA at the end. That's a lot of infielders, and the Orioles infield right now is not too bad either. You got Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westberg, Ramon Arias won a Gold Glove last year. Jorge Mateo, really fast, led the team with 32 stolen bases. I don't know what they're going to do. That's going to be my problem to start worrying about, hopefully a month now, because the Orioles have made it to the World Series, and then I start thinking about, okay, how are they going to repeat? But, as long as they're in the playoffs, kind of the prospects are a bit more on the back burner for me, But
Mark, your problems now are a lot different than they've been in the last 6-7 years or whatever, right? You've got good problems now.
You're right. Yeah, it's too many prospects versus bereft of prospects, and how are they going to sign free agents to cover that? And then, the free agents they sign are Ubaldo Jimenez and Giovanni Gallardo, and that just didn't work out very well.
Check out CamdenChat.com. Going to be a fun week to be following Mark and the crew over there at Camden Chat. And Mark, thanks so much for joining us, man. We'll check in with you if you're able to talk this time next week or the week after.
All right, sounds great. Take care.
Thank you, man. There is Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com, joining us on the Halloween Express live line, counting down the days to Halloween. It is Halloween season. You can find it right next to Target. It is Greenville's premier Halloween superstore. All right, bases loaded, and we just had an infield pop out. So Glasnow, can he get out of this jam? With bases loaded, one out. Oh, my goodness, wild pitch, and that will score a run. Good grief. You got the pop out you needed, and then you throw one over the catcher's head. So it is now 2-0 Rangers in the top of the fifth inning, one out. We will take a break, come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. We are back with you after this.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The 2023 Delcor Teed Off at Cancer Golf Tournament to support Riley's Army is coming up on Thursday, October 5th at Greenville Country Club. Riley's Army has a mission to support children with cancer and their families during the difficult path of cancer treatment and raise pediatric cancer awareness. Join Delcor and get teed off at cancer by being a sponsor, playing in the tournament on October 5th, or making a donation today at delcorinc.com/charity. That's delcorinc.com/charity, or call 321-8868.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
We are talking with the legendary Greg Lassiter, championsofgreenville.com. And I say that because very few businesses last 10 years, 20 years. You're getting ready to celebrate your 40th year at Champions Health and Fitness.
This next coming July will make 40 years. I started out in Aden with 3 pieces of equipment and didn't even have a bathroom for people to use, so it's come a long ways.
Champions Health and Fitness. Give the address and the phone number.
4190 Bayswater Drive, Winterville, North Carolina. Our phone number is 353-0544.
You can find Champions right behind the Fire Tower on Fire Tower Road. Champions Health and Fitness.
Pirate Radio.
It's going to change. I promise you. As I stand here, it will change. Okay, and when it does, that stadium, it's going to be rocking, and heaven help whoever walks in there to play us.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by the KT Pub Group, featuring great local places to eat, like the Sidebar and Christie's Euro Pub. Follow them on social media for the latest specials and more. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Hey, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. A nice hat.
Thank you. You can't see it in the camera, though.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Chan Man, let's get to our Fleet Feet rundown. And first on that Fleet Feet rundown is going to be National Day update. We got to let you know what National Day it is. And then number 2, we're going to do Best Postseason. Now we're going to talk about our favorite and least favorite postseasons in sports. You got me, Pard? Chon? That cool, Chon?
He's good. He's good.
Sean.
You good, Chon?
Sean.
Chad?
All right, I'm going through my papers here. Don't fret. I've got every...
You saw the stack of papers? Look, Chandler.
I've got everything I need right here.
That's ridiculous.
We're almost halfway through the football season. I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to do a cleanup after football season.
At the end of the football season or at the end of the year?
I think I'm going to do it once ECU season is done in football. I'm going to do
and then you have to create a new stack for basketball.
I'm going to recycle, yeah. But the good part is, everything I need is right here in front of me.
You just have to hunt for it. There it is.
Your Fleet Feet Rundown is brought to you by Fleet Feet. Owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for who?
You.
For you. And me. Fleet Feet. All right, National Day update. It is National Techies Day. Huh. So if you know a techie out there.
Oh, your tech geeks.
Your geeks, your geek squads and whatnot.
I have to say, I kind of tech geeked out last week when I went to a concert, and my seat was literally right beside the soundboard. And so I was pestering the woman that was running the soundboard. She was running it's not just a soundboard; it's sound, lights, video. It was really cool.
So you were watching a concert and watching how all that goes on as well.
If it was a song that I wasn't particularly, there was a couple of songs that I wasn't, that are not my favorites. So I'm not going to sit there and sing along, even though I know the song. So that's when I kind of leaned over and was kind of chit-chatting with her. But if it was a song I liked, no, I was focused on the concert. But
all right,
it was pretty cool. I kind of got a little tech education at the Carolina Theater in Durham.
You celebrated National Techies Day a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
It is also National Boyfriend Day. So Unfortunately.
Is that to celebrate the boyfriend that you have, or to celebrate boyfriend material?
Don't know.
Because Chandler would be boyfriend
I was about
material.
to say, I hope it's
Chandler, how many girls have reached out to you today and said Happy National Boyfriend Day?
Let's see. Oh, the seventh one just texted me.
Chandler.
I know the answer to that. Wait, just
say it again. Zero.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, it's not National Friend Zone Day, or Chandler would, man, this phone will be blowing up.
Oh, yeah.
Chandler, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. So shout out to all the boyfriends out there. Shout out to my wife's boyfriend. Hope he's having a good day. National Fruit at Work Day.
I had fruit at work today.
Chandler, has anybody wished you? Sorry, that was mean. You had fruit at work. What fruit?
Watermelon.
Was it the musical fruit?
No.
Okay.
I actually had watermelon for lunch.
Oh, man, I like watermelon. I see. I had pizza today. Chandler had some wings. We are not celebrating National Fruit at Work Day.
Nah.
Guess what I saw last night, folks?
What'd you say?
I went to the grocery store.
Did you see?
I walked by the vegetables, and what did I hear? What did I see?
The misty thingies.
On National Missed Your Fruit at the Grocery Store Day. I saw it happening. I was so excited in the middle of the grocery store.
It was a celebration.
Now, I don't know what this word means. National Temperance Day. Oh, it encourages people to give up alcohol. All right.
I just thought it was a celebration of people who are named Temperance.
Chandler, can you go without alcohol today on National Temperance Day?
Yes, I could.
You've done it so far, right?
Yes.
You hadn't hit the bottle yet?
No.
All right.
Plan on doing it this afternoon, but now I'm not.
Well, you'll just wait till you go to AJ's tomorrow night.
Sure. Sports trivia, going to be a big night. Let's see. Eric said something inappropriate, and we'll move on. Mike P has a question for me. Clip, on your trip to the grocery store. Did you scan your MVP card?
Have you scanned your MVP card?
I typed in my phone number, Mike P, after they yelled at me very inappropriately. Is it National Small Font Day? Can we get some bigger fonts on these on this Fleet Feet rundown, Chandler? Come on, bro.
I know. It's hard to.
Hard to what? Have a bigger
all
font?
that information in there?
Yeah, to fit it all in there.
That is not difficult at all.
Well, then you come in here and do it.
All right. Switch spots. Take over.
This should be interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because Clip's never done this.
I don't know how to do this.
I'm not going to tell you a thing. I know how to do it, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it.
Let's see if Clip can fit all that in there. It's not that bad.
Is this what I do?
I don't know.
Chandler, you have a show to host, buddy.
Well, no. I think what the show is now is seeing if you can get the font better.
The radio listener, you have to keep the show going.
All right, then what were we talking about?
Favorite and least favorite postseasons.
Are we done with the National Day update?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay, so my favorite postseason in sports.
I'm at a bit of an impasse here. Okay, never mind. Go on.
Let's see. I probably have to go, even though the Panthers have not been in the playoffs in 7 years, the NFL playoffs is always fun to me, especially seeing some of the wild card teams kind of make their way up the ranks and go into the Super Bowl. It's always fun. Least favorite is probably, I hate to say it because it's going on right now, I would say Major League Baseball.
Are you including NHL?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what, NHL. Well, now the Canes get me intrigued, and I like watching the Canes in the playoffs, especially in the runs they've had in the past few years. So yeah, NHL will probably be my least.
Oh God,
what have you done now?
Nothing. I'm good.
All right.
Oh no. Man, I thought I had something cooking.
All the way to the left.
Eric M on YouTube says NHL playoffs is top notch. Playoff hockey is almost a totally different game than regular season. I do agree with that because I do enjoy watching the Hurricanes play. I might stick with MLB.
Oh, but I need to edit it.
Yes.
Even though
when it comes to the NBA, I hardly ever watch the playoffs until it gets to like the conference finals, and then if I don't, I definitely watch the finals.
All right, Chandler, switch back.
All right, how do we do?
We did not do so well.
All right.
I was on the track, and I feel like with about 15 minutes of guidance, I could have done it.
He can't find the text box.
I could have done it, but go ahead and fix it for me now, Chandler. Thank you. Worst postseason is it college football?
Yes.
I think the worst postseason is college football.
Well, it's just way too short.
Well, it's not, because what you got to count bowl season, which goes a whole month. 40 bowls in 14 days.
That is true, because I was just thinking about the playoffs, but
bowl games that do not matter. I hate bowl games.
And we never thought about that until recently with the playoffs, because I've always looked forward to a bowl. I've always looked forward to watching a bowl. But
have you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
still kind of do.
But for just any random bowl game?
Yeah, and it's more towards going up to Virginia.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. For that, I like. But as far as just, like, the Stanley Cup playoffs are great, even though I don't like hockey. I like the NBA playoffs just because you get a lot of Kenny and Ernie and Chuck. Baseball playoffs, I'll say this, they seem to go by really fast. And you've got the wild card, which is going to be just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Braves were out of last year's playoffs in the blink of an eye. The series go by really fast. So from that standpoint, I do like the MLB postseason. But I don't know. NFL's king. Now, the best postseason is the NCAA tournament.
No doubt about it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's the best.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You got your upsets. You've got day basketball, games on all day. That's the best. Hands down. Easy peasy. What do y'all think? Eric says NHL playoffs top notch. Playoff hockey is almost a totally different game than the regular season. Just ask the Hurricanes. Yeah. And I don't know what Jamie's talking about in the chat. Baseball playoffs are, if you have a team, you get really into them. For me, it's kind of tough if the Braves aren't playing, but it is just high stress, high leverage situations every single inning. And the Rays have felt that right now, and the Rays are about to go to their bullpen as Glasnow got himself into jams and out of jams, but now it's going to be 2 on, nobody out in the 6th inning, and the Rangers holding a 2-0 lead over Tampa. And now, Shirley, we'll keep an eye on if we get to see our own Sean Armstrong coming to the game.
Well, he is available in the bullpen. I just switched back over. I had been watching the game, but so it went to commercial, so I'm not sure what the score is.
2-0.
Oh, 2-0.
On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard.
Oh, presented by the Buck.
The Buck. Check out the font now.
That's better. Better. Not really. Whoa, okay. All right. Much better. Not centered properly, but you know what? I'll take it. Thank you for getting that done for me. I know that was difficult.
It's hard.
It's hard, and but you got it done.
It's tough.
Levi says bowl games aren't really postseason. More like congratulations on being 7-4.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, it's not. It's literally postseason. But it's the postseason.
I think it's a good point.
It's the postseason, though. Your season is the regular season. It's after the season. It's postseason. It counts.
Not preseason.
And
but you don't after. So it's
and if you don't like it, Levi, then you're saying college football has a terrible postseason.
It's semi postseason. And the reason why I say that is because you're not winning a national championship if you're going to a bowl game unless you're in a playoff.
Okay, but postseason means after the season.
I get your point.
Thank you.
I still like my point though.
Mike P says now he's hyped for Pirate basketball. He really wants some March Madness. Do you think ECU is going to be included? Because they haven't been in 30-plus years.
The men.
Correct. I like your point there, Shirley. It's a good point.
I'm just saying.
Do you think the women will be included again?
I do believe so.
Okay. Back to back. Clamp down. Is it clamp down season?
Clamp down. Clamp down.
I think it's going to be clamp down season.
I like
Chris
I heard-
Davinsky is on the mound for the Rays, by the way.
I heard the Mike Schwartz and Kim McNeil promo for season tickets for basketball, and it's got me fired up.
Mike Ward said 40 bowls in 14 days are not playoffs.
40
Nobody
bowls
said
in
they
14
were, Mike.
days. 14 days.
It clearly says best, worst postseasons.
I think it should be the best just because of that song.
Now,
The
that
country version.
is a... Shall we hear it real quick?
Yes.
I'll tell you one reason, if for you folks out there that like college football postseason.
Oh, do I have to pull that up?
Yep, you got to pull it up.
Yes, you do.
And we got to play it because it is the reason for the postseason. Is that ball going to hang up? Oh my goodness!
the world
What are you
happened?
doing?
Oh!
Oh my God! The Rays are playing Little League baseball out there.
What in...
Was
that looks like my softball team on the weekends.
You had a sharply hit ball to center. Center fielder, kind of half-hearted effort just to play it off a hop.
His name is Siri.
Let's ask Siri what he was thinking on that play.
He airmailed that into the third base dugout.
Bad throw, 2-run score. It is now 4-0. Nobody out. And the Rangers are cooking with grease here. That was Corey Seager, by the way, who was mashing.
By the way, which version would you like?
The only version, Shirley, country.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Because if that ain't country,
I don't know what is. Good Lord, Abby, he just airmailed it. All right, here we go.
All right.
40 bowls in 14 days.
Best postseason.
14 days. 14 days.
But not
40
really.
bowls in 14 days. Oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days. 14 days. 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. 14
days. I want everybody to sing along.
40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days.
Hey, you want me to cook right quick?
Let Chandler cook.
Mama said 40 bowls.
Turn it up.
Papa said 14 days. Mama said 40 bowls. What did Papa say? Papa said 14 days. 40 bowls.
14 days.
40 bowls.
In a 14 days.
I said 40 bowls.
In a 14 days.
Oh, yeah. God almighty.
We are getting closer to bowl season, which means you'll be hearing a lot of that right here on Pirate Radio. All right, let's take a break. Jamie says, what postseason of a team do you remember most or celebrate the most in history? Unfortunately, it wouldn't be one of my Washington teams.
It would be one of my Washington teams.
Yeah, Nats World Series. Yeah, I mean...
Second would be the Panthers.
I mean, I had a lot of fun Braves postseasons, but they didn't end in championships. One did in the 90s. I mean, it might be the Braves from 2 years ago. That was so much fun. Beating the Brewers. Beating the mighty Dodgers the way they did. Eddie Rosario playing out of his freaking mind. And then knocking off the Astros. That was a really fun run. It might be that one. The Hornets, nothing.
Even though we did have fun that one postseason.
I've really enjoyed Hurricanes hockey and some of their runs, but hasn't paid off since the mid-2000s in a championship. So as of right now, I got to go Braves from a couple years ago. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 2, and have more for you on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Are you ready to fall into beauty? Mark your calendar for October 2nd through the 6th. to take advantage of the savings on all of Beauty Bar Medispa's services and products. Don't wait for the sale. Save time and money by scheduling your free consultation now. You can trust the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa for amazing and natural looking results. Schedule your free consultation today and mark your calendar to fall into beauty. October 2nd through the 6th. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Greenville.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina, letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles, vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
We started off with Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
That really changed the perception of what an American beer could be. I don't think that guidepost has ever changed. To create a beer for everyone.
Craft for everybody.
We make it easy, right? You pick up any of our beers and they're going to be great. They're going to be delicious.
Beer's original mission was to open the door for people and have everyone have a good time. That's what we're doing today at Sam Adams. We're craft for everybody, and we're really proud of that mission of delivering beers that can bring as many people together as we possibly can.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
This is Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. We make buying appliances easy. Now we make buying golf carts easy. Yes, that's right. We have golf carts in stock. Icon and Bentelli, street legal golf carts that are ready to hit the road. Mention Pirate Radio and get $500 off your new cart. It's just that easy. Get your new golf cart today and save $500 when you mention Pirate Radio. We're located right off 264 behind the new DMV or AppliancesSuperstore.com. Appliances Superstore, where we make buying appliances and golf carts easy.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by the KT Pub Group, featuring great local places to eat, like the Sidebar and Christie's Euro Pub. Follow them on social media for the latest specials and more. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. Villa Verde is inviting you to come by and try some of their amazing empanadas, famous red snapper, grouper bites, Cuban sandwiches, and more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of their out-of-this-world desserts like the rum pineapple cake. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
It's a landslide.
Now let's head back to the show.
Champagne supernova. A champagne supernova up your bum. I like when he does that in like live versions.
Well, that's what scares me because this is a live version, but he does not say it.
Oh, that stinks. So I used to love the MTV Music Awards as a kid, and they played this song, and he was like spitting on stage and just being a degenerate. And it was one of my favorite performances of all time.
Yeah, the what is it? The Liam brothers? No, it's Liam
Gallagher.
and Gallagher
Noel.
brothers. Noel and Liam, right?
Yep.
Okay, I knew there was a Liam in there somewhere, but.
All right, Jamie asked a question about favorite postseason runs, and I was just thinking about my favorite teams, but now he's talking about that weren't even his favorite teams. Like, he remembers Giants 49ers matchups and the A's Giants earthquake. Okay, so if I think about my non-favorite team runs in the postseason, this one, it didn't go as far as it could have, but Steph Curry's run at Davidson was really fun when he was just going off and became a hero of the tournament. And that was a really fun one. The Red Sox winning, really beating the Yankees, but winning that World Series. I remember just watching every single one of those games and couldn't believe what I was seeing. The Red Sox erasing a 3-0 deficit to the big, bad Bronx Bombers, and really loved that because I was a big Poppy fan and Man Ram fan.
This is my city.
This is my city. So that was fun to watch. I was trying to think of other. I really enjoyed the Mavericks championship when Dirk went off, but I can't say I was following that whole postseason run. Chandler, you got any? You're a sports guy, right? So you should have a few.
The Heat and Spurs series back in, I think, 13.
When Ray Allen hit the shot.
Back out to Allen. That was fun.
I remember watching that because I wanted LeBron to not win one in Miami. I was rooting against him.
Yeah, and that was the first of the three that they got?
That was the first. Did they win 3?
Sorry. Yeah, they won 3.
Okay.
3-peat. I think they won 3 in a row.
Okay.
But also the Patriots come back against the Falcons just because it was the Falcons.
Well, now we're just talking about one game. We're talking about postseason runs.
Well, you can go both the Giants runs because they both were both those teams were wild card teams.
The Patriots' first run, because I was living with my buddy was a big Drew Bledsoe fan for some reason. And Brady got hurt, and Bledsoe had to come in and win a game for him in the playoffs.
Steelers AFC Championship game.
And then they went back to Brady, and they pulled the upset over the Rams.
I think one of my favorites, it was a good postseason run, but it ended in heartbreak every time, was I think it was the late 80s, early 90s when the Bills made those runs. When you had Jim Kelly as quarterback,
Andre Reed, Bruce Smith, Cornelius Bennett,
the one and
Thomas.
only Don Beebe.
Don Beebe.
And the only reason I remember that is because I don't know if you remember, it was one of his seasons. He had a pretty gnarly injury. He landed on top of his head. He got kind of undercut, and he landed on top of his head. So he had to wear like a special piece to the top of his helmet that made his helmet look kind of odd. And for whatever reason, that stuck with me, and I never forgot that. But so anytime I see like an odd shaped helmet, the first person that pops into my head is Don Beebe.
Don Beebe.
But I did enjoy. I mean, I pulled for the Bills, but they just unfortunately could not, win a Super Bowl. But it was just like, like you said about Chandler, it's always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Randolph has one. that we can't celebrate here, but it might be the best 30 for 30. He said NC State's basketball tournament run, 1983.
Yeah,
I have to admit, I've seen it multiple times. It's such a good one.
Because they were down in so many of those early games. And
They had to win the ACC tournament just to get into the dance.
They just had miracle games left and right in that tournament. So, yeah.
Enough of that.
Yeah, can't hype up NC State tournament runs here on the show. All right, good topic, good discussion. Kyle says we have to get a quarterback from the portal. Okay.
All right.
Way to hang a big old left in the middle of our topic here.
And Kyle, that'll come months and months from now because you can't go do it right now. Should there be a college free agency where
oh my god
players get dropped and we can pick a guy up this week?
Yeah, off waivers.
You know what?
Oh my god, if we did that.
I mean, probably 10 years from now, that'll be out there.
That would be cool. like a player's playing for somebody one week and the next.
So coaches can start cutting college players. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Or we should be able to make trades at least. Like, hey, we got a guy that can really help your defensive line right now. Pirates have a good D line, right?
Yeah.
We trade a D lineman to a team that needs a D lineman for a quarterback.
What happens to like the NIL stuff though? Do they keep the NIL deals, or do you like, hey, what do you have for them?
Well, that depends on what the deal says. Does it say you're getting paid through the year, regardless?
Yeah.
What's in the contract?
All right. So what would we trade for here, and what would we give up?
I say we give up a D lineman.
So give up maybe Sue Radware.
Yeah. Well, he's on the trading block.
Love you, Surad, but
well, we need some offense, man.
Yeah. Would you? Yeah. A top end receiver.
I mean, we need a quarterback. I guess teams aren't going to give up a quarterback.
That's the thing. I don't think they are.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to talk about. We'll have to look at the roster, and we'll come up with some trade ideas. Can you look across the country and see some teams that might have some receivers they could give up right now?
Sure.
Okay. We'll come up with our ECU trades. This will be happen one day.
I want to try to go get the Colorado State receiver.
Jamie says if a quarterback gets released and he has any college eligibility left, you can go grab him. Interesting. So, like in this case, could we bring back Keaton Mitchell? Should be like Keaton. He hasn't played in an NFL game.
Hey, like Keaton, or Isaiah Winstead.
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't have eligibility, though. Keaton does. That's the rub.
But Keaton's about to be on the active roster and play. Then we could say, hey, Tyler, I know you're probably liking the CFL, but how about you come back and play for another year?
If you haven't played in a game in the NFL and you have eligibility, you can come back. So Tyler Snead would be eligible. Blake Prohl, eligible. Just thinking outside the box here, folks.
I'd go and get Bryce Williams.
Mike P said you should be able to bring up a JUCO quarterback mid-season. It's like a farm team. Interesting. Just spitting out ideas here. Let's take a break. When we return, a guy who is out of eligibility, Bryce Williams, will join us coming up on the program here. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live will also make you a winner and open up our booty bag. More to go. PRL back with you on a Tuesday after this.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high?
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Do you want to go to the next ECU home game for free? Well, stop by Greenville Auto World and register to win tickets to see the Pirates play. Greenville Auto World has supported the Pirates for 47 years and will be drawing for free ticket winners weekly. Need an oil change or new tires? Remember Greenville Auto World for all of your vehicle service needs. And if you're shopping for something new, visit driveherenow.com for the best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Greenville Auto World. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
With U.S. Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth? She's not gonna like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Get 1, 2, or 3 lines for $19.99 per line right now at Atlantic Wireless, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Bellhaven, Snow Hill, and 3 locations in Greenville.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Looking for a hometown service in a hometown atmosphere? Look no further than G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington. Randy and Carolyn Walker will work with you to make your home renovations come to life. At G.W. Walker & Sons, we offer a wide selection of flooring for your home, office, church, or school, along with expert installation. Stop by G.W. Walker & Sons at 203 West Main Street in downtown Washington, and let's start making those dreams come true. G.W. Walker & Sons, serving eastern North Carolina since 1946. Go Pirates!
Seared Shop House, Greenville's go-to restaurant for premium scratch-made entrees, paired with an impressive selection of wines and cocktails. Seared Shop House. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, a special night out, or just want to have the best meal in town, come see why Seared is the place where great atmosphere and great food collide. Seared is now open for lunch Monday through Friday, and be sure to stop in for the best brunch in town Saturday and Sunday. They also offer pickup and delivery. Head to SearedShopHouse.com for online ordering.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots. I ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved? If the home you want to purchase comes for sale today, well, Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3. Guess who's at the Rays game, baby? Guess who's in the team, baby?
Play on baseball.
Got front row seats, baby.
Dick Evie, Dick Vitale. And I got to say, he hasn't been in the best health of late, so it's good to see him out and looking pretty healthy. So
yeah, he's been battling cancer of the throat, I believe, and it's attacked his vocal cords. So he has not been able to talk very much. He went into remission, but unfortunately it came back. But so far, he has been responding well to treatment, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, looked pretty good out there, so that was good to see. Shirley, can we introduce and welcome in our guest the proper way, please?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I saw the light. I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man. The brand new man, Bryce Williams, is here hanging out on a Tuesday. Bryce, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. Bryce has an update, an ECU football update for us. What do you got, Bryce?
They're on the practice field.
Yeah, they're practicing.
I seen them.
That's good. It's good, right?
Yeah.
Bye week. What's a bye week practice like, Bryce? What do you remember about that?
I think it started off. I'm trying to think of which way it went. I think it was normal set of practices early in the week, and then as the week drifted away, we kind of lightened it up. I think we had like maybe Tuesday was a normal Tuesday. Wednesday maybe slightly lighter, and then Thursday, was kind of your deal there. I don't, think the weekend was off. So.
Somebody noted, Jamie says Bryce looks very tired. He's had a few yawns.
I have, yeah.
Said if it was allowed, he probably could take a nap right here.
Mm-hmm. The dentist office feeling,
Yeah, he gets that. Is it the light? Do you think? And then
the light.
The temperature's nice.
The temperature, the seat, just the
TV.
The TV, the light, just hum.
Should we put on like a game show or a soap opera or something? Or what's going on? Can I get a Young and the Restless update? Anybody?
I would love to know one too. What about General Hospital?
See, I was
Days of Our Lives.
I was a Y&R only.
Days of Our Lives.
You were Days of Our Lives.
Can you do the Young and the Restless
theme song?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
I have no idea what y'all are even talking about.
Never been a soap opera guy, Bryce?
My grandma called it her stories.
You never watched the stories? Man,
I gotta get home and watch my stories
all
at 4
the
o'clock.
time at my grandparents' house, and then my mom would watch the replay. My granddad would be like, "Oh, this is trash," and it would be on every day. He'd pretend he didn't like it. Oh, he was into the story.
He was into it.
He wanted to know what Victor Newman and Jack Abbott were up to. He wanted to know. All right, I don't want to talk ECU football, Bryce, but we gotta.
Do we?
Yeah, we gotta. Did you bring in a load of other topics for us?
No.
Bryce, it is the bye week. The Pirates are 1-4. The offensive numbers are in the gutter.
The gutter.
What can we do? Well, you can't add any players. You can delete coaches if you want, but you're not going to be able to add any coaches. It looks like they're going to stick with what they got far as both.
We're in it for the haul.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm definitely optimistic. Each week, you never know what can happen. Maybe things will turn out during the bye week. I don't know, but this weekend was a little tough to watch. It just was.
Now we moved the ball this weekend more so than we have in past games.
Yeah,
this is a great stats are for losers game.
Where we at?
Because this felt like some of the Lincoln Riley era losses that you were involved in, Bryce, where y'all would outgain the opponent, and lose the game, because red zone was so bad.
Yeah, the red zone was painful.
So, just looking at the overall number, you're talking about numbers from this weekend?
Yeah.
So here we go.
It feels like we didn't do anything, but
well, here we go. I'm going to show you what we did. We outgained Rice 391 to 277.
The ball more.
The time of possession, ECU won that. So passing yards, 246 to 240. Rushing yards, 145 to 37. We lost to a one-legged quarterback and a team that couldn't run the ball.
And that's just like, so where was? I mean, I don't know. That's what it was hard. It was a weird game.
So what happened was the red zone.
Red zone got us.
Kicking field goals.
Yeah.
Instead of scoring touchdowns.
Right.
You've got it on the goal line. You fail on a quarterback sneak.
Which I wish would. I don't know. That was a painful one.
Say something. Say what you feel.
It's like if we're going to do it, I'd rather put Mason in and say, yep,
exactly.
We're going to run it, and this is what we got. We got a 6'6", 250-pound quarterback.
Exactly.
Stuff it in there, but Flynn did it.
And I don't understand that. If you got these two quarterbacks and you're in a two-quarterback system, use the strengths of your guys. And Mason's is running the football, being physical near the goal line. Put him in.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see. I mean, I'm glad. I guess on an upside, I'm glad our field goal kicker made some field goals. So at least we can be glad about that.
Andrew Conrad did hit some field goals, but
did he miss any?
I don't think he did on Saturday.
Okay.
Chandler, you were there.
I remember. I was just like back and forth on watching it between the wed and
Chandler, you were in Houston. Where'd you watch the game at?
At the stadium.
At the stadium. We did have a guy. So, Bryce, we're still looking. And every year of ECU football I can ever remember, we have had a receiver that we thought could play at the next level. That was our go-to guy.
Not this year.
This is not the year for that.
No.
Now, we did have a guy, Chandler. And if I'm ECU, I'm saying make him our number one.
He played so well.
And what's his name?
Chase so well.
He had a contested catch for that 2-point conversion.
It was nasty.
Yeah,
he made a play. I got so excited on that play because it's like the first time this season
we've actually made a play.
A contested catch. Make a play. Help your quarterback.
Do we have some more blatant drops?
Too many of them, Bryce.
Way too many, Bryce.
So, I don't know. Is this, I guess it's not bad. So do you think it's coming to the conclusion and maybe it's a talent thing?
It feels that way. Because
I'm thinking, I went back before. I mean, obviously we could probably make some different decisions in certain situations on offense, but I feel more confident and more so that and the what is being called rather than are the players going to execute them properly? Are they going to make the right reads? Are they going to catch the ball?
Let me ask you this, Bryce, and it's a hypothetical, so it might be stupid, but if we had the best play caller in the world,
right,
what would our record be?
Probably, I don't know.
Would you give us another win? Maybe 2 and 3. Maybe 3 and 2.
Maybe
2 and 3.
Yeah, but it's like if you can't
3 and 2.
Okay, here we go.
So you're thinking, okay.
And here's the thing.
So you think we got pieces?
Here's the thing. Yes, because here's the thing. When I think about us not having talent, I scratch my head because you look at a guy that's been here a long time. Josiah Hatfield has been here a long time, and he's made some great plays. Jalen Johnson was here last year, and he made some great plays. We've seen these guys be great.
But they've never had to be the guy, and they've never had to do it consistently.
Exactly. And so far, there's zero consistency.
Jalen Johnson, good third receiver. Josiah Hatfield, in moments, has made big plays.
And that's frustrating because you think you thought that they could step up this year and do it, and nobody has done it.
I don't know. Yeah, and it's like that's leaning towards. We're dropping passes that obviously are converting passes to give us another breath of hope. For each conversion. So it's like, we've had several drop passes. Big passes that are not even like contested passes.
Yeah.
Each week, it's like, okay, I get it one. If it's bad weather, okay, it's raining. Yeah, but
no, it's happening every week.
It's happening every week, every game, multiple times. I don't know. I don't know. That's what's starting to be painful, And then we ran the ball, sometimes, but.
Jamie says, "What does the coaching staff in practice?" What does the coaching staff do in practice to work on wide receiver drop balls? We talked about this all year. Jason Nichols was here yesterday. He was a receiver. He was a receivers coach. He talked about the contested catch drills. We need to do things. Forget the jugs machine. Forget the one-on. We need to do drills where we're catching the ball and somebody is harassing the guys that catch it.
And I don't know what's going on in practice, but it's like...
And I got to think they're doing that stuff. If not, they should all be fired. I'm pretty sure they're doing those things.
I would think. So
but it's just not working.
Right. And it's like, obviously these guys are talented, but if you can't perform, I'm just looking at obviously just
absolutely
hard numbers.
Yes.
I don't, you fast, you you did this in high school or whatever you done. I don't care what catches you make during practice. You got to.
Which is why I make Soel our number one receiver this week, because he made one in the game.
Yeah.
And that's one more than anybody else really has.
Like I said, I remember Coach K wanted us to be at golly, their catching was it was dang near 97, 98%, I can't remember the exact percentage, but anyways, it was dang near close to 100%, or there's gonna be obviously we can't trust you. I'd like to know what the percentage of these guys, how many passes they're thrown to versus what they're catch and contested. Coach K would keep track of that. And needless to say, me, Hardy, Zay, whoever's in the inside receiver room, that's obviously the top three that come up the inside receiver room, we were right there. So, and Coach K was not happy when we dropped passes. So I'd hate to know what he's saying to those receivers who are dropping the blatant passes, because they can tell you it's no one's fault but their own. So
right now we're bottom 10 in yards per game, bottom 15 pass yards per game, bottom 20 to 25 in points per game. Just the offensive numbers are putrid, and it sounds like Bryce, being a pass catcher himself, wants to see a lot more from those guys out there, not helping out the quarterback. Michael Winstead said, Bryce, do you remember when they made gloves that had the sticky palms on them?
And they still, I don't know what they had. I'm not calling Mr. Winstead old, but I don't know what the sticky palms are. They make them tacky. I'm
sure the technology is even better than it was when you played.
You get a fresh pair of receiver gloves, and it's just a nice dry day. It's and that ball's buffed, waxed.
Here's a problem with that, Michael Winstead. When Jalen Johnson, I like Jalen Johnson. I want him to be good. He's had some drops this year, but the other night he's trying to catch it with his body. It don't matter what gloves you could have. You could cut your hands off if you're trying to catch it with your body. You're not even using your hands.
You don't want the ball to get into your body. Obviously there's situations, it's the goal line, you got to keep it tight, protected, or just kind of, honestly, it's just an instinct thing. When to catch it with your hands, when do you think it's going to be with your body, aka more so when it's pissing rain, I guess you want to catch it with your body and all that stuff. But I don't know. Hopefully these guys are taking the next step. I'm sure they're continue to. I don't know. They've lost 4 games. I don't know when they want to see the light. You would think they'd see the light pretty early. So
look, this hurts me as a guy, as a sports fan, and a guy that's watched a million football games, that I haven't picked up on this. As an interviewer, that I have not got this from any of our guests so far. Robert just figured it all out. We've been wasting hours upon hours here on this show, on the pregame, on the postgame, talking about nonsense when he's got the answer right here. They're used to the ball coming from a left-hander. The ball is coming in backwards, and the receiver is just like a whole different ball coming at him.
You know what?
You know what, Robert? He figured it out.
He figured it out.
We need to teach one of these guys to throw left-handed immediately.
Yep.
Or we're screwed.
Yep. Most definitely.
Bryce, question that was popular yesterday. We asked Jason Nichols, who was a coach, you as a player, what can you run? Because we haven't even talked about the offensive line, which has not been great. What can you do to mask an offensive line that's getting beat? What kind of plays? Go deep in the playbook. Zero? What can you do?
I was literally thought I had an answer, but then I started going, if you pass, you need to give time for the quarterback, which happens to be, 3 seconds? I saw that little spiel with Billy Weaver and some other guys. Skip from Raleigh.
Weaver, you sit over there and shut
Billy,
up.
Shut up. But just kidding. But nothing, zero.
Well, I mean,
the run ball. I mean, we could maybe do some quick screen passes,
something quick,
quick, hot routes if they're coming hot.
Our screens don't work. Other team screens do. God, I've been dying for a screen to the running back, and they did one, and they threw interception. So we won't see that called again.
No,
that's a shame.
Not too much if you don't have a good up front by any means.
Yeah.
So I guess there's
you run the ball. You just run it 3 plays and kick. I guess
run it and hoping Rajay finds a hole, squirts out somewhere,
or Javius can break one or something.
Somebody, But other than that, ain't much.
Mike P says, I say have the wide receiver run backwards. Okay. I mean, look, I'm open to outside the box thinking here. Because what we're doing right now is not work.
Do you think if we could bribe the defense? Like the guys just say, hey, can I catch this ball? Let me catch this little hitch.
That sounds illegal. What are you giving the defense?
They're like the offensive guys just say, hey, I really didn't want to catch the ball. Just
and try to make them feel sorry for you or something?
Please, man.
Just let me get this one.
Please. Just one. My mom's watching. Let me catch this hitch route, please.
I have a suggestion.
All right, what do you got, Shirley?
Bring back some of the old school trick plays. Like throw in a fumble rooski in there once in a while.
If we can't,
I'd say once in a while. I say
if we can't do it straight up,
the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Let's break out some trickeration.
Trickeration. I mean, you got at this point. If I'm Donnie Kirkpatrick, the seat's really hot. At this point, you might as well just throw the whole dang kitchen sink in there.
Double reverse pass.
Todd, you might as well stand up and call.
Can you do the hidden ball trick like they do in baseball?
Oh man, we used to do that.
Oh yeah.
In the backyard on kickoffs, which we would have throw offs, but somebody would get the ball, everybody would huddle up together.
Yeah.
And one person would put it on their shirt. Then we all run out together with our hands under our shirts, and nobody knows who has the ball.
Yeah,
it's genius. Why teams don't do this, I don't know.
Maybe we need.
Maybe because we were more forward thinkers in Winterville, North Carolina, than all these other coaches. Brett says O-line drop passes. Yet to see Mason's arm running up the middle every time. Play calling, but we never lost the tailgate. Still a damn Pirate. All right, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
Fire me up, Brett.
What else you got, Brett?
We had a lot of issues, man. A lot of issues with this team.
I don't know. Like I say, each week I'm going to still be hopeful. But it's bad because I was talking to a buddy of mine. I'm like, obviously when we played, obviously I guess I can reference that because I guess that's the only really thing I got. It's like, oh, we're going to win. We're going to win. Now I'm watching. I'm like, well.
So did you see? Because you referenced, did you reference something in your text back to me today when you used the word pride? Did you see Jason Nichols' video?
That's why I said.
As a former Pirate, does it hurt your pride to see ECU lose to Rice like that?
Yeah.
It hurts the pride.
So I'm just like, let's see what we can do today. We're gonna win.
So it has kind of changed your.
Well, I believe we're gonna win. I want to believe we're gonna win, and I'm always gonna say that. But it's just like when we watch it, I'm just like, almost like
something bad's about to happen.
What's gonna happen? Are we gonna Gonna fall? Not. I don't know. Are we gonna play good?
Ryan says we gotta hope, Bryce. That's all we got right now.
Hey, I'm here hoping.
This guy's hoping more than anybody I've ever seen hope.
Yeah. So, still a Pirate.
Still a Pirate. All right, let's take a break. When we return, more with Bryce Williams. We'll have a giveaway. Old Ellerby trying to show up Bryce with a big old catch. You see that?
I ain't see one Ellerby throwing at me.
All right, well, I'll show you. I'm going to show you live. We'll do that and have more for you. Pirate Radio Outdoors back with you after these words and a little Garth.
And I saw a surprise and the fear in its eyes when I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you, said, honey, we made it through. You'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in all places.
here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stahn. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Once you get Jersey Mike's catering with 12 subs for any event, I'll tell you, there's no going back to other catering. That would be like going back to using Morse code.
Welcome to Jersey Mike's.
Okay, here we go.
A pickle slice wrapped in a napkin.
Oh, wait, try this.
A brownie with extra olive oil?
Whoops, I mixed up my dots and dashes. Here.
1,800 catering boxes coming right up.
Uh-oh. Nope, there's no going back once you get catering at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Taylor from Fleet Feet, making sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season. Locally owned and operated by ECU alums Chris and Kendra Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoes, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come see us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf and Ski location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Looking for a comfortable mattress at a great price? Come by Farmers Home Furniture in Washington today and check out their wide selection of mattresses. Farmers Home Furniture has Serta mattresses and a variety of therapeutic mattresses and adjustable bases that can match with their wide selection of mattresses. Need financing? Farmers has 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day, same as cash, plus 12 and 24 months interest-free options. See sales consultant for details. Farmers Home Furniture, West 5th Street in Washington. Your new mattress is waiting for you.
Blue cheese 42! Blue cheese 42! Hot garlic! Loaded waffle fries! Said wings over!
Delay of order on the offense.
Don't hesitate to make your order. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the all-new Fire Buffalo. And be sure to try the cheesy chicken loaded nachos. So don't delay, order today. Wings Over, they deliver.
This is Marcus Crandall, former ECU Pirate and Grey Cup champion. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Roland Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. And the Buccaneer Music Hall has all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Every Sunday, kick off the day at the Buck with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a game. They'll have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Aroldis Chapman is still pitching in Major League Baseball, and he just threw a 101-mile-per-hour fastball that moved a foot. That is unhittable. It is Rangers 4, Rays nothing as they play in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rays looking to scratch something across. The Twins got a first-inning 2-run homer. They lead the Blue Jays 2-0 in the third as the wild card is here. Bryce, who's going to win the World Series this year?
Braves.
Good answer. They're the favorite.
How big's Chapman? He's big.
He's a big fella. And used to be thinner, but getting up there in age. He's got a little badonkadonk out there, too.
I know. He's got some deltoids.
Pause? All right.
He got a little junk in his trunk.
There's some junk back there, definitely.
He's got a different wind-up, don't he?
And he's got a 1-2-3 inning. So they go to the top of the 9th with the Rangers leading 4-0. If you're an O's fan, you're keeping an eye on this. I don't know if you'd rather see one or the other, but the winner of this series will play Baltimore coming up this weekend. All right, we've got the new Parker Bird T-shirts available for pre-order. These are really cool. So they've got a unique logo. It's Still I Rise. It's Parker Bird. It's a skeleton, and it's got the attached knee there, Bryce, and and he's doing the I love you hand sign, which Pirates do, rounding second on their way to third after hitting a home run.
Oh, do they?
And on the back, you've got the Bird 16. This shirt is available for pre-order. You can go to pirateware.com and you can have it shipped to your house, or you can pick it up at UBE. You can see pictures of that on our Twitter site or Facebook, and really, really neat design. So I like kind of unique gear, not the same old ECU stuff. So this is something unique, cool, and we got a deal with Parker, and maybe some more players tees coming out as well. So go ahead and get your order in and support Parker, and good stuff. Awesome. All right, let's see on the YouTube. Man, I was talking, Bryce, we're going to be underdogs to SMU. After that, we got Charlotte. That might be the last game we're favored in this year, maybe. What if we lose to Charlotte, Kaz suggests in YouTube? That would hurt for everybody, but us especially, too, because we made fun of Biff. Biff, the sleeveless wearing coach from Charlotte, and he got picked last and went off and all this stuff. If we finish behind Biff,
and he was wearing tank tops,
that's going to be tough, man. We cannot lose to Biff. That's my Super Bowl. Charlotte ECU is my Super Bowl. I'm sorry. That's where we're at in this season right now.
Ain't it?
It is. We host our Super Bowl against Charlotte. We got to win that game. I'm putting don't show SMU nothing next week. Save everything for Charlotte. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Sacrifice the SMU game. By the way, we are breaking out new black uniforms for the SMU game.
Oh, the old blacks. As Coach Ruff would say, ignorant. We're going to go ignorant.
Never heard that before. So is that like code for ignorant? Y'all, is that what that is?
Ignorant.
We're getting ignorant out there?
Ignorant.
But that means like it's a positive thing? Like we're going crazy kind of? We're going ignorant.
Uh-huh.
Boys, this week we're going ignorant. And all y'all knew what that meant?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like that.
Most definitely.
All right. Fred says maybe we should be using the left side of our brains. Think that is the creative part of it. We have been right brain heavy. For those Bo Burnham fans out there, musical comedian, he has a good left brain, right brain song that people can check out. Kaz, I guess, are you saying, Kaz, if we lose to Charlotte, that would be the lowest point of our football history? I don't know about that. We've been in some low points.
Yeah.
It'd be low. Don't get me wrong. It would make me go to the lab and cook up the lowest points of ECU football history list.
Yeah.
And it would be up there. But we got to beat Charlotte.
Yeah, not much respect for Charlotte.
That's
I just don't.
That's all we got right now. All right, let's see, Bryce. Let's see. Robert said, if we lose that game, only 3 questions on the 5th quarter in honor of Biff getting mad because he only got 3 questions at media day.
That'd be nice. It'd be a quick day for you, huh?
Now we've had
not the losing part, but just
we've had some tough 5th quarters this year. So I would welcome a quick 3-question 5th quarter.
Yeah.
But that ain't happening, Captain.
No.
We're going to be here till the last caller is served because that is what we do here on Pirate Radio. And people are going to tell Billy to shut up. And people are going to call us idiots. This is kind of where we go. Once the season starts going bad, first you blame the team and the coaches and all that. Then you start blaming the media. Then you start blaming the fans. And the blame, it just keeps going down.
And you blame the band, the color
guard. The band ain't doing nothing. Color guard, one guy wasn't standing upright during the national anthem. You just keep pointing that blame. All right, let's we'll save outdoors. Shirley, let's make somebody a winner right now. And then I'm going to show Bryce what Ellerby called.
She said, give it away.
Oh, good call, Shirley.
Nice.
Just give it away.
Well, just give it away. There ain't nothing in this studio worth fighting over. Well, the phone lines are already buzzing anyway. So just give it away. All right. 317-1250, the number on the Halloween Express live line.
Oh.
Shirley, what are we giving away today?
I'm giving away shrimp taco lunch, courtesy of Chico's, to caller number 5.
Caller 5, 317-1250. You can win Chico's on Pirate Radio. We're back with Pirate Radio Outdoors and more after this.
The 2023 Delcor Teed Off at Cancer Golf Tournament to support Riley's Army is coming up on Thursday, October 5th at Greenville Country Club. Riley's Army has a mission to support children with cancer and their families during the difficult path of cancer treatment and raise pediatric cancer awareness. Join Delcor and get teed off at cancer by being a sponsor, playing in the tournament on October 5th, or making a donation today at delcorinc.com/charity. That's delcorinc.com/charity, or call 321-8868.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Hey y'all, this is Lisa with Halloween Express, and the countdown to Halloween has officially started. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary of being Greenville's premier Halloween superstore. Halloween Express has all the Halloween fun from adults to kids. We got you covered with the largest selection of masks, decor, and more. Halloween Express is easy to find right next to Target. Come by Halloween Express today and let our friendly staff help you answer the #1 Halloween question. What are you gonna be? Halloween Express.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. To make room for fall and game day apparel, we're taking final markdown on all men's and women's summer merchandise of 50 to 75%. That's right, save 50 to 75% on summer merchandise. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. So remember, for all your game day apparel and accessories, it's Russell's in downtown Washington.
Ahoy Hi there, mateys. It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and ottavolamarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Offense Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And as we head back into the show, Clip, I've got a little bit of breaking news for you. The American has just put out an announcement. They are announcing that opposing teams must count to 7 Mississippi before rushing the Pirates for the remainder of the season.
Wait, who was that from?
The American.
Wait, what?
Okay, shall I read it again?
Yeah.
Okay, the American Athletic Conference has announced that opposing teams must count to 7 Mississippi before they rush the Pirates' O-line for the remainder of the season.
So, okay, that was a joke, but who actually put the joke out?
Oh, it was a meme I saw online.
Meme. Dang.
Actually, it's an adjusted meme because it was an NFL meme in reference to the Giants.
Oh yeah, because they gave up how many sacks last night?
10.
It won't zer.
10.
It won't zer.
10.
I think it might have been more
There was
than
a
10.
1 and a zer.
Zer. Giants stink. G-Man.
The football Giants.
3 fumbles, 10 sacks.
Hey,
1.
I don't hate it. 1-0.
There.
Bryce, this season, last time I checked, not over yet.
Not over, baby. We got 7 more weeks.
Lot of time to get this thing right.
We ain't off the tracks.
Perfect time for a bye week.
Yeah, settle in. Maybe they we could do what Aaron Rodgers did. Everybody go sit in a room full of darkness.
Get that ayahuasca. Whatever that is.
I don't know what it is.
But Bryce wanted to do a little exercise here. Go through the rest of the schedule. We're 1-4. We need 5 wins to get to bowl eligibility. Where are those wins going to come from? Next game, home, SMU, Night of the Boneyard.
Night of the Boneyard. I mean, we're bringing some fear. You know, that sounds fearful. If I'm an opponent, I'm going to be a little fearful.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little pony. But we got My Little Pony rolling in
My
here.
Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
We carried the ponies on our pirate ships.
Right.
Now they're still over in England.
Or drowning.
Or Europe.
Yeah.
We need to burn the boats.
Yeah.
So we lose that game.
I mean, that's going to be I'll say that's a tough one.
Okay.
That one's, I'm on the fence. That one's going to be tough.
Next game, my Super Bowl versus Biff and the 49ers of Charlotte.
Bring it on, Biff.
We calling that a dub?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to make him my Biff.
What's that now?
Nah, Biff. I was a little play on words.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
My Biff.
Our Biff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to make Charlotte our Biff.
You Biff. Okay. There's one. There's one win.
Now we're 2 and
5-ish. 2 and 5-ish. All right. Bad news. We're at UTSA. Good news. They stink. I thought they were going to be good. Their quarterback, Frank Harris, got banged up. They stink. They're 1 and 3 right now. They are 1 and flipping 3.
And they're a road runner.
That's a winnable game. They can run, but they can't hide.
Exactly. We have guns.
We have guns.
Single shots, but we got guns.
That's right. All you need is one shot.
Yeah.
So we'll lose that one.
Oh, I thought they were
well, we're not good either. But we might go win it. Next game, Tulane. Big and bad, feeling themselves. We're Tulane. We're about to go back to a big bowl game.
Right.
They are underestimating the Pirates in a big-time way. And we always pull out one we aren't supposed to win every year.
Right.
This is the one.
Yeah, at home.
But we probably lose that one.
I'm on the fence. It's going to be a tough one.
All right. At FAU, going into the year, Phil Steele came on this show. He said Tom Herman likes what he's got. Watch out for FAU this year. Guess what? They stink.
They stink.
Just like East Carolina, they have 0 FBS wins this year. They beat Monmouth. They lost to Ohio, Clemson, and Illinois. So they played a pretty good schedule. I'll give them that.
Right.
But they stink. That's a winnable game, Bryce.
Yeah.
We can get that one.
I like it.
So that puts us at 2-ish/3-ish wins. At Navy. Look,
I hate Navy.
If we had a good team, I'd be scared about Navy. I kind of feel better that we don't have a very good team right now. But they suck. Say that again?
But they suck.
Who does?
Navy.
All right. We can get Navy. They're gettable.
There we go.
I'll tell you what. Blake Carroll's defense has looked good against Navy in years past, right?
Yes, they have.
We hold them to 14, 17 points.
Oh,
15.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We can scrape across 20. Hold them to 0 for all I care.
Zero.
There we go.
Now we're at like 3, 4-ish, 5.5-ish wins.
And now we're cooking.
And then
Grease is hot.
Final game of the season at home against Tulsa.
6.
Guess what, folks?
We're 6 and 6 at least.
Ding, 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 ding.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you Tulsa fans, but y'all stink.
Suck.
Yeah.
They beat Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Northern Illinois, and a team that stinks worse than anybody, Temple. Now, they have lost to Washington and Oklahoma. Those are pretty good teams.
Yeah.
But they stink.
Stink.
Winnable game. That gets us to around 6-ish wins, Bryce.
And guess what? That can be bowling.
And we're bowling. So there you go. There's your look the rest of the way, folks.
Hey, anything can happen.
I think we just created a little path there.
We did.
When all hope is lost.
Mm-hmm.
People said, "Oh, there is no path."
Wrong.
Hey, you know what
Wrong. We found one.
That's kind of a reference to ships and thing. Bye week, right? Well, they're dredging the canal for us to come on in.
Come on in, boys.
Come on, boys. Come on in here now.
The water's fine.
Water's all right.
Yeah, they're dredging. They're setting channel markers because we're just out there during the bye week waiting, and we're gonna.
You know, Bryce, this whole time I thought I was dreading, but really I'm dredging.
And you're treading.
We're all dredging. Treading.
All right, Bryce, let's go outdoors real quick. Look at old Cap Ellerby here.
There we go, Ellerby.
Look at what he's working with out on the boat.
Spaniards.
Got some Spaniards.
Snapper.
Snapper. Yeah, that's a pretty fish.
They got Yamahas on that boat.
How you feel about that?
No, they're good. Those are electronic controls. It makes life a lot easier.
Oh, so you're saying they ain't really doing no work then?
Just not like the effort to put it in gear.
Okay, 10-4.
Spaniard.
Ooh.
Grupa.
Ooh,
that'd be good. Those should be keeper. That looks good.
So there you go. Ellerby outdoors. You done anything this week?
Not too heavy. I've really just been doing some eyeballing on my cameras. Good news, which is always fun to see, that I do have two. I got like a spike and like two like smaller rack bucks that have showed up, kind of passing through, which gives me hope that the more mature deer will be passing through.
Hope.
See, right now I'm just baiting. Hope. Yeah, I'm baiting, letting them feel safe. And then when the time is right, I'll sneak in there.
Baiting. Chandler did a lot of baiting over the weekend, too.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what else, Bryce?
Really just been on the scouting deal for the deer and setting them up and putting corn out and watching cameras, and glad to to have some bucks showing up on camera. So, nothing crazy, but enough to keep the blood going.
Just like me as a Damian Lillard fan. Bring on the Bucks.
Yeah,
I'm ready to see the Bucks.
Exactly. The Buck.
Exactly. The Buck.
The Buck.
Scoreboard brought to you by The Buck. By the way, first final is in Major League Baseball playoffs. Rangers blanked the Rays. Bit of a surprise there. 4-0 that final. And right now you got the Twins up 3-0 on the Blue Jays on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
All right, everybody. Anything else, Bryce?
Not
Can't call it.
Can't call it.
All right, fair enough.
I'm good.
We'll go to break. When we return, we don't have a game for Bryce to pick.
I know.
Maybe we'll run through some other games. Maybe make some predictions.
Yeah.
You did make one prediction today. Braves win the World Series. I like that.
Yep.
And Bryce does not follow college football religiously, but I do want to do a pick'em segment with you.
Yeah.
And I want you to pick the game and explain why. Maybe you like the state. Maybe you've traveled there. Maybe they have good hunting.
Yeah.
Maybe you've played with a player that went to that college.
For sure.
So that's what we'll do.
I'm down.
When we return, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
The sound of a fight.
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make the perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates! Built strong and built to last. Kawasaki Mule side-by-sides are made to handle the toughest jobs. Whether you're putting in a hard day's work or trail riding on the weekend, Mule side-by-sides are built to get it all done with confidence. From the compact Mule SX to the full-size Mule Pro FXT, no matter the task, there's a perfect Mule side-by-side to help get the job done. We've stayed authentic to our roots for over 30 years with an uncompromised commitment to performance, capability, and durability. That commitment is captured in 3 words after building a reputation that doesn't waver. When it comes to the capable lineup of Kawasaki Mule side-by-sides, those 3 words are trusted, tried, and true. Whether you're looking for a compact or full-size Kawasaki Mule, visit our showroom at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, or online at ronayersmotorsports.com. On approved credit, see dealer for details.
Pizza, subs, slice, ice,
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cuccinella's is now open in downtown Greenville, across from Subdogs. Did you know Cuccinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato. Plus, if you're busy, use DoorDash for Cuccinella's delivery, and Cuccinella's is open late night, Friday and Saturday. Cuccinella's on 5th Street in downtown Greenville. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Chris Barsani from Orthopedic Season Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injuries or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic Seats provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow did not have a good day today. It was down 430 points and closed out at 33,002. The NASDAQ fell 248 points at 13,059. S&P dropped 58 points and finished the day at 4,229. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
SIPC, LLC. All right, Chandler, here we go. Bryce is going to pick games. You're going to name a tight end from at least one of the schools that I mentioned here.
All right.
Oklahoma, Texas, Red River, don't say shootout, rivalry going on in the Cotton Bowl. Who you got, Bryce? Oklahoma or Texas?
Dang, that's a good one. I'm going to go.
Horns up or down?
Horns up.
All right.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Well done, Chandler. All right, Bryce. Maryland, Ohio State.
I don't like any of them.
Okay, Chandler, give me a tight end.
Vernon Davis.
Oh, great. Good work there, buddy.
Vernon Davis.
Syracuse at North Carolina.
None of them. Syracuse.
All right, the orange.
Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron went to North Carolina. Kentucky at Georgia.
I'm going to go dogs.
They got to get them dogs.
Dogs.
Kentucky, Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, man. Played for the Patriots. Ben. What's his name? Ben.
Oh, Ben Bennett.
No, Benjamin Watson. Benjamin Watson. Went to Georgia. Notre Dame at Louisville.
Easy.
I'll go. I always thought Louisville was kind of cool.
Okay, kind of cool.
Cole Kmet.
Okay, and finally, Arizona, USC.
We're going to go Coach Riley.
Okay.
Help me out here.
USC tight end. I got Arizona tight end. You ever heard of Rob Gronkowski?
Yes.
I have. Bryce has. He's got him in his cell.
It's a former teammate of his.
Maybe. You got Gronk's number?
No, I never got his number.
All right. Get him on the show next week if you could.
I'll try.
Thanks. Bryce, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for
We got a path to 6 wins. We're feeling it.
Hey, and we're taking it. That doesn't mean you have to take it, but we're taking it.
We're dredging it.
This week, keep on dredging out there, people. All we're doing right now is dredging.
Hey, hop on the boat.
This is dredge week.
hop on it.
Shirley, nice hat. See you tomorrow. Chandler, see you tomorrow. Bryce, see you next week. Talk to you fine folks coming up. That's Paul Molitor. Wednesday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
I don't think we all came to that conclusion last night. We've said that for a while, but yesterday it was magnified on Monday Night Football. He is not a franchise quarterback. He is not someone that can elevate the team around him.